Hi everybody, welcome to the Easy Allies E3 coverage day 2. Today on the desk we've got Bradley Ellis.
Hi.
Daniel Bloodworth.
Hello.
Michael Huber.
Hello.
Ian Hank.
Hello.
And over on the side, running the show, we've got Michael Damiani.
How's it going?
And the always wonderful Don Casanova's in the building.
Happy E3, everybody.
I'm going to be moderating today. We're going to be covering Microsoft. We've got a lot to talk about. My name is Ben Moore, and when we get started here, I want to talk about last year's show because I was watching it this morning, and it was an interesting conference, especially now in retrospect. Some of the things that they talked about ended up not turning out very well. Some things turned out great. Some things didn't come out. So we're going to get right into it. Phil Spencer last year comes out on stage, opened up the show, talked about the Xbox One S. Saying it was $299, the smallest Xbox ever. We just heard that the Xbox One S, both models, the 500 gigabyte and the 1 terabyte, are getting $50 price cuts. This is a Scorpio year. Do we see any time devoted to the Xbox One Xbox One S during the show?
Yes. Briefly. I think just before like a segue into the Scorpio, or just after you talk about the Scorpio, go through the specs, go through the price, do all of that, and announce, right after that, and we also have, a price cut on the
They'll
older...
mention the price cut. Yeah.
Real
You
quick.
see that? You see that as them covering their bases kind of move?
Yeah.
Yeah. I also would.
To lessen the blow of the price point of the Scorpio,
Which we'll get into. We've got a lot to talk about.
Coming out with that, $250, $300, getting that number big on screen to kind of deflect.
The Xbox family.
But yeah, one of the things that was funny. Unfortunately, I don't have the image queued up to show you, but when I was looking through images, prepping for the show, one of the things I saw, which I thought was kind of hilarious, is they had this picture of the Scorpio dev kit in front of all the other older Xbox dev kits. And I'm just like, how many people out there have even seen any Xbox dev kits? But yeah, so I think that kind of thing where they'll kind of do some kind of legacy shot and just talk about all of their different models.
Legacy shot.
Speaking of legacy, that was actually how they introduced the Scorpio last year, as they talked about what the original Xbox was trying to do and how many years it had been. It'd be curious to see them play that card once again. After we talked about the Xbox One S last year during the 2016 conference, Rod Ferguson comes out from the Coalition talking about Gears 4. They did a live demo. They did a lot of live demos during the E3 show last year. Do we expect to see more live demos, and do we expect to see anything from the Coalition?
I think we'll see a lot of live demos. And the rumors are that this will be an hour and a half, maybe 2. So they're definitely going to fill that with all kinds of gameplay because they want to show. I think the best way, and my hope, the best way to show off the Scorpio is to show off the Scorpio.
Yeah.
Not talk about it. Don't talk about teraflops. Like, I'm sure they'll mention it, but my hope is that they don't talk about it. They just say, here's a whole bunch of gameplay running at 60, looking great on the Scorpio. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, I actually wonder if, even if they don't have anything to announce, that Gears of War 4 might make a reappearance. Just so it's
like a patch or
here's
something.
what it is on the Xbox One S, and here's what it is on the Scorpio.
Will we see Skyrim running on the Scorpio?
What they did before pretty much every demo, the thing that they drove home is this is Play Anywhere. You can play this on Windows 10 PC and on Xbox One. So do you think there will be a similar sort of cadence here where it's like, hey, this is running at native 4K, 60 frames per second, here's a live demo? Do you think we'll see that every single time?
Probably.
Okay.
My guess is we'll see a lot of bugs that say, like, running on Scorpio or
runs
whatever.
best on Scorpio
or
something
yeah,
like that.
played on Scorpio or whatever.
Yeah.
I personally think the Scorpio is going to be called Xbox 4K. I don't know, just to, just to be transparent, to let the consumer, the average consumer, know, that 4K...
Put it in the name.
4K is the future. It's all a buzzword now, when people walk into a Best Buy to buy a TV, it's like, 4K is the thing now. So I think this would take care of any confusion to let people know it's a new console.
I have a quick thing about that. Maybe like some of the less educated buyers out there about 4K, they'd just be like, well, do I need a 4K TV to play this kind of thing like that?
True.
It might sway people away from it.
Yeah.
I think they'll call it something like the Elite or the Veteran or something.
Xbox 2.
What if it was just the Xbox Professional?
Professional?
Not pro.
Professional.
I would like to pre-order the Xbox Professional, please.
They just go whole hog. They're like, Xbox Leon the Professional.
I feel like every interaction you'd have that with that console would be so polite. Hey, would you like to come over and play the Xbox Professional with me? That'd be good. So the big game that they opened with was Gears of War 4. Probably not going to see any new Gears stuff, but do you think they'll do like some updates? Like here's some DLC we're working on.
I think there'll be like a patch or something. They'll announce a patch for a few old games.
Like a map.
When do you put that in? When you have new hardware to talk about, and supposedly a lot of games that go with that, where do you put something like that in?
During the hardware announcement, you say, like PS4 Pro did, you say, a bunch of old games are good. I guarantee they're doing this. A bunch of old games are going to get support to upgrade them for the Scorpio boost mode, whatever they're going to call it. I guarantee they're going to do that.
Yeah.
Another game that I would consider one of the biggest success stories of the Xbox One, without a question. Afterwards, they had the community manager for Killer Instinct come out, and he talked about what was going on with Killer Instinct, their new season. We've heard that there's not going to be anything post-Season 3. They have a new character coming out this month, Eagle. Does that mean we're going to be getting a Killer Instinct 2? Are they backing away from Killer Instinct? Has it kind of run its course? What do you guys think?
I think we'll get maybe Killer Instinct 2, not this year, though. I think they're just going to kind of focus on those characters they have coming out.
Do you think that would be a good thing to tease?
Maybe. I feel like they're just going to talk about it being on Scorpio. If they show it like, hey, it's on Scorpio 2, something like that. And they'll show like a new character, maybe. Because they have more coming. I don't know if they'll announce 2 just yet, especially with more stuff coming down the line still.
Apparently, a correction from Michael Damiani, the Xbox One S price cut is temporary.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 1 week only, I believe. Chat was saying
okay.
that.
Well, what's interesting is I feel like they've sort of used that tactic in the past, where it's like, here's this temporary limited price cut, and then, it's extended, and but here it is again.
Here it is forever, yeah.
And so it's like the forever temporary price cut.
Mm-hmm.
It would be a weird move, though, to temporarily cut the price in right before the Scorpio launch. Do we know when Scorpio is meant to launch?
We don't.
Just the fall.
Yeah. So,
there was an unsubstantiated rumor that it was going to be October, but we don't know for sure.
Yeah, that was my fall-ish.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Shadow drop.
Right now.
Right now. Sega Saturn style.
That'd be amazing.
Brandon's gonna come home with one. They're gonna give one to everyone in the audience, like they did with that
The Elites.
360
The Elites.
redesign. Yeah.
Oh, really? That'd be hilarious.
After Killer Instinct, it was Forza time, and last year it was Forza Horizon 3. This year, 100% we're going to see Forza Motorsport 7, probably a big game that they're going to show off with Scorpio. What do you
it's going to look beautiful.
It's going to look beautiful. Yeah. Do you expect them to just focus on that? Are they going to really spend a lot of time with Forza? Is it just going to be a snazzy trailer? What's it going to be?
I think there'll be a gameplay demo at least.
Yeah, there was a live
Showing
demo for Forza
off,
last year.
I think a trailer would be really good for this game because you could really show off, like, if you're pushing 4K HDR even, you're going to show a lot of different lighting and
because they could show more than just erase like the interiors of the car and everything like that, and the tracks more.
Totally.
So
show some snow, some rain.
Go ahead, Blood.
Even the Digital Foundry, the stuff that they saw, they were seeing, the previous Forza game running on Scorpio. So it's almost in the bag that's like one of their big showcases is to use.
Because it's a great demo and it's gonna look good no matter what, pretty much.
So, with the pre-E3 Scorpio sort of ads that we've gotten, they've really leaned into this is the most powerful console ever. Did they carry that over into Forza? Did they lean into Gran Turismo and say we're better than the other guys? How aggressive do you expect this to get?
They're giving out T-shirts that say that. I think we're gonna hear that phrase for a lot.
Do you think that cheapens the message, or is aggression the right way to go?
I mean, it's the message they're going with, so
sure
they're gonna
too
say
late
it
now.
Yeah. I mean, they're gonna say it. It's fine. They've kind of been saying it. That's why we have the like teraflops kind of thing going,
They'll for sure say something like the most premier racing series or something like that, taking shots at
the most professional.
Yeah,
it all ties
especially because
in.
they come out often and they're all like pretty good. And when was the last Gran Turismo that came out? A while ago, right? Like GT Sport's not been out yet.
Right.
Talking about that for years.
Yeah, they'll talk about consistent.
Yeah, consistency.
And it'll be a pun. It'll be a pun on the frame rate and the release schedule.
Yeah.
After we had Forza, we had a new IP for Microsoft, exclusive to Microsoft and Windows 10, and a game that I think kind of came out and then was immediately forgotten, Recore.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Recore did not review especially well. We gave it, I believe, 3 or 3.5 stars out of 5. Do we expect any new IPs, anything from the Recore studio? What do you guys think?
I don't think anything from their studio, but definitely new IP.
New IP.
Yeah, God, I hope so.
Oh, yeah.
And probably in that same vein, where they're not directly being made by Microsoft Studio, but they're going to be backing some games.
Partnered companies.
Because I don't feel like they have a lot of those other than ID and Xbox stuff. I don't feel like they have a lot of the kind of more middle tier stuff.
Sure.
That's in the works right now.
Yeah. They used to lean on that so heavily. I feel like they've pulled back from that a little bit, like having really fostering indies and stuff like that since Xbox Arcade went away.
No, actually, GDC, it was, I did a couple events. I mean, they had a pretty big presence with indies there.
What about like a Castle Crashers 2 maybe or something? Bring that back.
Yeah, I forget the name of the game that studio is working on, but they have something
The Behemoth?
right now. Yeah, the Behemoth, that's right.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, yeah.
What was interesting about the Recore being presented during last year's conference is they had sort of this style where they would kind of blow out things like Gears and then Forza, and then they just showed a trailer for Recore, and then they moved on to the next live demo, which was Final Fantasy 15 with and that was a pretty infamous moment last year.
That was the Titan demo, right?
Yeah, Titan.
Yeah, and I think part of the reason why I asked is, are we going to see a bunch of live demos, is I remember that moment. I remember kind of it receiving a lot of negative backlash. Do you think that that's something they're worried about, or?
I mean, that was on the game, right? That wasn't on them. Like, the game's demo just wasn't ready yet, I think, at that time, you know, and I think that's an argument
just after that.
Yeah, that's an argument for showing more live demos because you want to prove that the Scorpio can like make things run well. You know, I think that's a reason to show more live demos. But
moving on, we've got we had a Division expansion. I don't know what else to say. The Division has seemed to have dropped off of everybody's radar. I don't know. I remember that first month, everybody playing the Division.
Loved the Division.
But I don't think any of the allies have kept up with the DLC or anything like that.
Well, they ran into some problems along the way. They delayed some of the post-release content. And they did a lot of rebalancing. But by the time the dust settled in this day and age, people move on to the next big thing.
Yeah.
So, but I would love to see
more Division,
but I think Division 1 is
It's a tough time with Destiny 2 right around the corner as well.
Because what are they working on, though? The Division team, they're working on something really intense.
I'm not sure.
Somebody help me out here. It's something big.
Chat will know.
Okay.
Division 2.
Chat will know. Chat will help us out.
Yeah, let me know, Dominic.
I don't know.
It's something big.
Did you dream this one, too?
No. This was not a dream. This was real.
Huber's been having a lot of E3 fever dreams.
We had...
Avatar, yes!
Oh, okay.
Yes, there it is.
Big deal.
Thank you.
Dude, Avatar.
Yeah.
Like a movie tie-in game?
Yeah.
Huber.
That gets
Huber,
me
man.
so hyped.
From the Division team?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know. It's
That's
so
very
crazy.
weird.
It's gonna work.
From the creators of the Division come Avatar.
Yes.
That's gonna work.
Okay.
Because Don will back me up all day on this. I want to run around and explore Pandora. I want to explore the Avatar universe.
Go to Disney
Like,
World.
come on.
Go to Disney World, yeah.
Did you play
We're waiting for
Yeah, did you play the...
the last Avatar game?
It's like a
Yeah, it was
cube for getting
swimming in a
online.
low
You just gotta-
6.
Okay, there we go. Swimming in a low 6.
Low 6?
So wait,
The store's got a 2-hour wait.
if the Division team's Avatar came out and was a 6, would you still be pumped about it?
That is something that would get me pumped regardless. Like, if it turns out like it's a bad game, so be it. But the anticipation going in would get me excited because I enjoy Avatar.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not something we would talk about, though, before we had more information on the next film, right?
Yeah, I don't
would
think
seem
that's
strange.
that's
Prequel
yeah.
movie tie-in.
Sorry, we went down that road.
went
That's
down
not
a-
even close
That's
to
okay.
coming. Sorry. We're talking about Division.
Our slogan is and remains E3 of Dreams. It's okay. That was all right.
James Cameron walks out.
James Cameron walks out. He says,
"The
"Listen,
Scorpio is the
Scorpio,
only thing that can handle my vision."
That,
my vision.
That memory right there. See, people were dogging on us for like the relative positivity we had for EA.
Yeah.
Nothing yesterday comes close to James Cameron at Ubisoft.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
That fever dream of a speech during that. We should pull that up at some point. After the Division expansion stuff, we had the general manager of DICE, Patrick Bach, come out. They showed a trailer for the Battlefield 1 campaign. Not much to say there, I don't think.
Didn't they show the same trailer?
Yes.
Remember
Yeah,
Jones
it
was
was the
freaking
same
out?
exact trailer.
They did show the exact same
Jones
trailer.
was very angry.
I hope
Yeah.
they're spacing out, have different things to
They're
show
inside the
for each
tank.
press conference.
Yeah.
The next thing I think is interesting, and I want to see if they're going to do it here. I think one of the ways that Microsoft has kind of separated itself from Sony is by the features that they've added, such as backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
And they leaned into that last year during the 2016 conference. They talked about the head of platform engineering, Mike Ibarra, got up there, and he talked about Xbox Live. He talked about backwards compatibility. He talked about crossplay between PC and Xbox One. And then they added a bunch of new things, which you may have forgotten about, such as background music. That was brand new at the time. Language region independence. Cortana they added.
Oh, yeah.
Clubs.
Cortana.
The background music thing is funny to me because
Looking
that was
for
on the
group?
original Xbox.
Looking for group. That was in the news lately.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With Friday the 13th.
Oh,
No one
yeah.
could play Friday the 13th on console. Really, it was broken on Xbox and PlayStation. But private games were working. So Xbox One, people would hop in looking for group and join up and do private games, and they were able to play, which
That's cool.
Yeah.
Do you think because it's a hardware year, they'll have new features to announce? Do you think they'll dig into more backwards compatibility stuff? That seems to be a pretty positive thing for them.
The Scorpio's got to have something new and crazy that we can't even imagine right now, right?
Can't even imagine. What do you think, Blood?
It cooks your eggs.
The one thing that's been, I mean, I think the UI team is going to constantly keep working on, stuff like that in the clubs. But the one thing that's been kind of weirding me out a little bit is on those dev kit photos. There's like this little LCD LED thing on the front, and they've shown pictures of it just saying Xbox. Others that were actually showing like a frame rate counter.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering, it's pretty odd. And I'm wondering if that kind of thing would actually make it onto a final unit
I was
and
wondering
what
that
it would
too.
display. Yeah.
I was wondering that too, if it was just a dev kit thing or if it would go on the final unit. And what I was thinking that it would be kind of cool if it was on the final unit is you could choose what it was displaying.
Right.
Like if you could choose if it probably stock just says Xbox, whatever the name of this thing is. But yeah, if you could make it say like FPS counter or something, that'd be cool. And it would be a bold statement of, we believe in this thing's capabilities so much that we will let you see how well it's performing. I would also expect like a temperature gauge too, probably.
Oh, yeah. Possible.
Liquid nitrogen.
That'd be pretty hardcore, but yeah.
I mean,
that might be.
isn't that what they're going for though? They're going for
They are
like this
going
is
for
the
hardcore, yeah.
serious like. This is like the PC gaming
style.
thing of consoles, right?
Yeah,
like,
but why can't they just put a setting in the game so you could see it in the game like all PC games?
because you don't want it over the.
Yeah, I think
The
that's
overlay.
It's,
Yeah.
overlay.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's so
I don't
tiny,
know.
guys.
I don't know.
Instead of
We're
like a
just
bunch
thinking-
of numbers.
We're
like,
just thinking.
thinking out
We're just thinking out loud here.
All right.
After we
But
had
yeah, probably that too.
talk about new features for the Xbox OS itself, we talked. There's a decent chunk of time, and this was the most out of place part of the press conference. I would say it was the Minecraft section, and the big thing that they got out there was Minecraft Realms, where you could play across iOS, Xbox, Android, PC, and Gear VR.
The servers thing.
Didn't Carmack come out? Was
So
that-
the Carmack came out after that. We're gonna get there.
Yeah.
Did they spend time talking about Minecraft? It's a smart thing to leverage.
it really
The
is.
draw distance on Scorpio.
Oh
Sure.
yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
actually
Minecraft on Scorpio.
actually that's not a bad like using Minecraft as a part of the tech demo wouldn't be a bad idea. But I think if other than just a trailer of like here's some new skins or whatever or like a tech thing, I don't think they're gonna linger on.
That is
it.
actually something that they did. They said, "Here's our new city texture pack. We turned
Yeah.
the zombies into
Yeah.
aliens." Yeah,
because that sells like hotcakes on that thing.
right. And then we did have in a hilarious and very endearing
Endearing for sure.
moment, John Carmack came out and had an Oculus headset on and was talking about building a mad scientist laboratory
It was so
in
cool.
Minecraft.
Felt the passion.
Yeah, you did. It's always a pleasure to hear John Carmack speak. But the question that I want to ask is, they keep saying with Scorpio that it is VR capable, and we haven't really seen them explicitly throw their hat into the VR realm. We had John Carmack from Oculus show up last year. Do they have some sort of partnership with Oculus?
I thought they did already. I thought they
Yeah.
announced that already.
They said that Oculus will work on it, and also didn't they just like trademarked something like, what was it called? Direct reality or something, like some kind of reality. They just Microsoft just trademarked something called like direct reality.
Is as I was doing research for this, I saw a statement from Phil Spencer where they said we're going to focus on VR or these sort of augmented reality experiences on PC, and that's not a console focus right now. It's going to be more of a focus in 2018.
Okay.
So maybe they just talk about games, they just talk about the power of the hardware itself, and they don't focus on virtual reality.
Well, but I mean, if Scorpio is coming out end of the year, then any VR would be really a 2018
sure.
thing.
What was their like glasses thing that they had, that VR thing?
HoloLens.
HoloLens.
HoloLens,
You think we'll see that?
That was 2 years ago, right?
Was that 2 years
that's
ago?
2 years
I
ago.
think
Jeez.
that's-
So is that dead?
That's dead.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's dead. I just don't think it's going to be very consumer facing.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they're gonna like sell it to the military or some weird thing. Who knows?
yeah, research labs and stuff.
Yeah.
An unexpected and kind of cool moment was they announced that you could design your own Xbox One controllers.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I've got an Easy Allies
Yep.
controller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That was a cute idea. I liked that idea.
Yeah.
Do you think they bring
They are expensive though.
Yeah, that was the
Fair
thing that
warning,
stopped me
I
from
don't
doing
know
it.
that
Yeah,
was a good
I was like,
purchase.
How much did it run you?
it's like $100.
It was over 100, I think.
Over $100?
Once you count in the shipping and everything.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Wait, I think custom controllers though, in general, from like other
Oh, I'm sure.
things are like that expensive. Yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is that
Oh, yeah,
something
sure.
that you mention in conjunction with the Scorpio? Do you bring up the idea that you can customize your controllers?
No.
Do you have any sort of slight redesign on the basic Xbox One controller to make it feel special with the Scorpio?
I mean, the Scorpio's got to come with that Elite controller, right? Like standard.
I was thinking
I
like maybe
don't
the standard
know.
one would be
The Elite's
designed
pretty
more
nuts.
like that,
Yeah.
more closer to that. I
so
think
you're saying maybe there's an in between?
possibly, yeah. And I think the like design controller, they could just touch on that real quick.
Sure.
It'll customize itself to fit
Yeah.
your hands.
After the designing the Xbox One controller stuff, we went right into the indie block, ID at Xbox. They opened with an inside trailer. It was very short, didn't show very much.
It was the one that was just like environments, right?
Yeah.
And then people looking through the glass.
Yeah.
Very mysterious.
Oh.
very
Inside.
mysterious. And then we did the head of ID at Xbox, Chris Charlotte, came out and he said Limbo is free on Xbox One.
Awesome.
Yeah, they did it. I forget the other thing. There was another thing. Oh, Tekken. They had a Tekken 7 thing later, and they said, hey, Tekken Tag Tournament 2 right now is going to be free for Xbox Live Gold
That's
members.
cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Couple free games.
Couple free games.
Even if they're old games or games you personally have played before, not everyone has.
Right.
I think it's a cool thing to do.
Free is free.
Yeah.
Is that a
Yeah.
tactic that carries over?
Yeah.
Absolutely. They got
Sure.
it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
They're
I mean,
giving
EA
us
just
something
did it
to do.
yesterday. I mean, I think that's just it's a way to get people in the store, get browsing.
Par for the course.
There's so many people watching E3 and just
Yeah.
celebrate E3 by giving some stuff away.
Yeah.
We had a sizzle reel after that, and there are a few names that I want to bring up specifically. The names are Cuphead and Below, and the narrative is pretty played out at this point. But it's amazing to me that Cuphead isn't out, that we keep
And
seeing
Below.
it E3 after E3. We were talking about Below before the Xbox One came out.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know. I really
going on?
want
Do
to play
you-
this game.
Do you think, to you personally, do those games have any weight to them? Do they have the same weight that they did back when you first saw them?
They do. They do. You know, a lot of people.
I agree.
There's the narrative of, oh, it's too late. You know, we've been waiting too long for this. Like, it's finally out. But I think when it's finally in your hands and when you do finally boot it up, all of that is forgotten.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know, and then you just dive into the game, and if it's good, then of course you forget how long you waited.
Do you think there's a possibility that either of those games or any indie games they might say, and it's coming out today or
Right
a
now?
week from today?
Cuphead
they
Shadow,
Shadow
Drop.
That would be sick.
Dude,
that
if they
possible?
Shadow Drop Below and or Cuphead, that would be bonkers.
Yes.
Cuphead, like Below, is a game that I really want to play. Cuphead is a game I really want to like watch you guys play. I just want to see. I just like the way it looks. I don't necessarily care about playing these boss rush, but like, oh man.
Well, they added stuff.
They added stuff, yeah, for sure.
I want to go home tonight and download one of those games.
What's interesting about Cuphead specifically is during this ID at Xbox section last year, they demoed We Happy Few. And I remember people being really impressed by that trailer.
That was a great demo.
Very tense, kind of this almost this Bioshock-esque atmosphere. They were beating up a piñata and the whole drug thing. Yeah. And then we got our hands on We Happy Few, and it did not impress.
Was that early access though, or is that fully?
It was game preview, which is basically the Xbox version.
But it was one of those things where it's the controlled intro segment of that game was phenomenal.
Right.
And then as soon as it became kind of just a random, it's kind of a roguelike, but like survival game, I was like, I've played this game before, I don't care.
The other thing that's weird though about the build is they've intentionally like yanked out all the spoilers, so to speak.
Oh yeah.
So it's really just mechanics, so there's not as much to latch onto.
There was no hook, yeah.
Well, a year later now, and with that content in the game, maybe it plays differently.
Speaking of game preview stuff, and a question that I wanted to pose to you guys, they talked about Ark Survival Evolved, and they said, hey, if you bought it on Xbox with our game preview, you can also play it on PC for free. And they've been kind of leaning into this in several different ways. You can play Neverwinter. You can play... they're doing a thing with DayZ on Xbox One. Do you think there's going to be another, hey, this is big on PC, where it's coming to console first on Xbox? Is that sort of announcement going to happen during this show?
I think if they did
Battlegrounds?
like a PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, that's what I was
that's the one that I immediately jumped to.
That would be big. That'd
be
really smart.
Why do you think it's a big deal?
Just because that game is really popular, I think it would be fun to play on a console too. Yeah, I think that'd be great.
Battlegrounds is confirmed attending the PC gaming show, if that has any relevance on the Xbox briefing.
Yeah. And if you didn't hear, Ark Survival Evolved just got toilets.
Yeah.
Workable toilets.
Finally.
And when you use them, you get a refreshing buff or something like that.
Yeah, refreshed, I think is what it's called.
Couple quick things after the ID at Xbox stuff. CD Projekt Red got up there and talked about Gwent. They had a live-action trailer.
Oh, yeah.
The lead designer, Damien, got up there, talked about Gwent. He said...
There's a live-action trailer?
There was a live-action trailer, yeah.
Wow, I don't remember that.
They had physical Gwent cards that they were holding, and a dude dressed up like Geralt.
Well, their booth had this amazing Gwent table that somebody crafted.
Gwent is a game that I want
to
play Gwent right now.
I want to play
Gwent. Gwent is great. We all love Gwent right now.
Love it.
The jump from closed beta to open beta has been
big improvement.
Enormous. And then open to full release, they're adding the campaign.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Could we see the campaign today at the Xbox briefing?
A
little bit of that.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
They're definitely shaking out some rust still, but that game is great.
You got a sleeper in your left.
I got a sleeper.
The other eye.
I got a sleeper. I know I had one here too.
The other eye.
Let's get the sleepers out.
Yeah. You get it?
This makes for great.
There we
great
go.
content.
E3.
Can't see it on camera.
Fast and loose, baby.
No, I like it. After Gwent,
we're family here.
Yeah.
When you're here,
you're family.
Yeah.
But no, actually, the campaign was at E3 last year. I mean, I did get to play some of it. Yeah.
I didn't see
Or maybe I don't remember. No, I did get to play. I saw the demo. I saw the demo, and then so I didn't play the campaign.
So what you're saying is you're a liar.
I was just trying to remember exactly what.
Got him.
The Witcher Master.
You got some sleep in your eyes there?
After that, they came out. Harada came out, talked about Tekken. He said, "Hey, it's coming to Xbox One."
Yeah, apparently he's there right now.
Ooh,
there's a tweet with him and Ono sitting together in the theater.
Ooh, Tekken Cross Street Fighter, Project Scorpio exclusive. And yeah, like I said before, they said Tekken Tag 2 was free for gold. But we've got a lot more to discuss. There was a Dead Rising 4 trailer. That was all they had, like Recore, exclusive game that they just showed a trailer for. They didn't talk about it too much. And Dead Rising 4, according to one Michael Huber, bit of a disappointment.
Oh,
to say the least, yeah. And this was the first time, they really changed the way the game plays. They got rid of the time mechanic, which is a divisive thing, but it was extremely alienating to the die-hard Dead Rising fans. That was kind of the hook of those games, is knowing when to give up on a quest to do another one and really managing your time. And they got rid of that, and it turned into just, open world with zombies.
Right.
Story wasn't that great. The return of Frank West. So,
Man,
kind of felt
They had,
flat.
really
It wasn't
awkward, they had a really awkward live stream too.
yeah, what?
I did see that. That was
yeah,
weird.
that was weird. It wasn't a terrible game,
No.
but definitely not my favorite Dead Rising.
Following Dead Rising, we had the head of the Microsoft Studios Publishing, Shannon. She took the stage and she basically introduced Scalebound, and she said it's one of our biggest releases for 2017. And rewatching that conference, that was painful to listen to. They spent a fair amount of time on Scalebound. Kamiya got on stage, talked about it a little bit. He said it was his dream to make a game with dragons. They showed that boss fight
his dream
trailer. Scalebound,
Yeah.
not happening.
I want to hear Ben Moore's thoughts on if Kamiya will reveal himself in any capacity during this Xbox briefing.
During the Xbox briefing, no, I don't think so. I think
don't
the sentiment and the language used coming out of Platinum Games, I don't think you're going to see anything on Xbox. That's not saying you're not going to see Platinum Games, but no, I don't see them working together in that sort of capacity anywhere in the near future.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah, but is there anything that's going to replace Scalebound? Sort of that...
Like a more Japanese
right.
central? Yeah, I
That
don't
appeals
know.
to that specific demographic.
I feel like it would come out of left field, and that's the whole purpose of it.
Yeah, we
Right.
talked briefly about Devil May Cry, but we're like, there's no way that could just be exclusive, though, if they did that.
That'd
They
be
could show
crazy.
Devil May Cry, though. Or
Yeah.
what if they showed Dragon's Dogma?
I was just gonna say Dragon's
Dogma.
I was just gonna say Dragon's Dogma 2.
So are you saying if they show Dragon's Dogma 2, it's exclusive?
No.
No.
Not necessarily.
I think they
They
just show it.
Yeah.
They just show, yeah.
Do
But
you
then
think
again,
they would
like-
take the route of there's extra DLC, something like that? You
be a big get.
think it would? It would be a
Dragon's
big get to us, but do you think exclusive DLC
Should
for
these
Dragon's Dogma
exclusive
2
pawns.
would be a big get
Did-
in general?
Did Dragon's Dogma... Was Dragon's Dogma... It was on Xbox,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Did
Yeah.
it do well? Do we know?
I don't know how well it
wonder.
did on it.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
I mean, Dark
I wonder.
Arisen was also on
PC.
both and
In PC, yeah.
360.
Yeah. You get to have 2 extra pawns.
You can, kind of tying into last thing, you could,
Yeah.
if they did show Dragon's Dogma 2, they could give away Dragon's Dogma 1 for
Oh,
free
yeah.
and go that whole route. You know,
I bet we'll see a lot of that.
because that's a big thing is showing a sequel. You know, not everyone has played the first one, but just showing a sequel, if it looks great and you get people saying, "Wow, that's awesome," but I haven't played this franchise. Just giving away the franchise, like here's Dragon's
Sure.
Dogma 1 is
Yeah.
going to get all those
Dragon's
people on
Dogma 1
board.
free for
Yeah.
Xbox Live
So then a bunch of
Gold, now
people will be
backwards
like,
compatible,
what
yeah.
the hell is this and
Yeah.
why do I love it?
Yeah.
Dragon's Dogma 1.
I mean, we're in wild speculation territory.
Yeah.
We have no evidence to support that Dragon's Dogma is going to be there. But thinking about Dragon's Dogma, that is a game that could demo well. Just show,
Just
Yeah.
fills me
show
with
'em
joy
cla-
thinking about it.
Yeah.
Show the dogma.
Show the dogma.
Show the Dogma.
Just 20
You
minutes
should
of
run these
talking about...
conferences, and I just want to record you a 6-second clip. Yeah, more dogma. Show the
Yeah.
dogma.
Dogma?
Show the dogma.
Show the Dogma.
Show the dogma. Cue the dogma.
The next game, I think, is absolutely going to be there. Something we're all excited about. Do you know what it is?
See if they.
Sea of Thieves.
Cody!
Rewatching the press conference, that was the most exciting, feel-good moment of the whole thing. What do we see? So they kind of came out and they showed what it was with people who had never played it before, them reacted to it, them going crazy with the
Sinking
ship.
a ship.
Here's my only fear.
What's your
and
fear?
They need to address this fear on this show. I don't want a No Man's Sky situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want this game clearly defined. Like, what am I doing?
Right,
What is
right,
the end
right,
game?
right.
What do you do? I don't want. I don't want to be. I don't want to see it and say that looks awesome, but I still don't know very much about it.
Or-
I need answers.
If it is more of a No Man's style game, No Man's Sky style game, where it is more Minecrafty or whatever, where there isn't an end goal, say that.
Yeah.
Say like,
Right.
this is a free-form,
Yes.
non-linear, non-story, just have fun on a boat with your friends game.
Well, I
Say
think
it.
regardless, you're both asking for clarity,
Yeah.
and this is the
Clarity.
time
Yeah.
because you can't do what you did last year and expect the same
Right.
response.
Tell us what this game
Well, yeah.
is.
Well, I mean, last year the playable demo, like it was literally like just working together co-op on the ship.
Yeah.
Like it was completely cut off from all the other game systems.
I don't know if I'd even want a story in this
So-
game necessarily.
I would like a little story.
I want like scenarios.
Like I want them to show you going on like an island, with your friends and tracking down some treasure.
Yeah.
Right,
Or something like that.
Stuff like that, but like
Basic
missions.
frame for your adventure.
Yes.
Yeah,
Give me an idea.
for the adventure. But I don't need to fight Blackbeard or something. Like I just want to have like a reason for us to get on a
for
boat and go to an
yourself.
island.
Do you open Sea of Thieves with a live demo?
Yes,
Great.
because we've only
One
seen
show.
Yeah, I mean,
we've
we're
only
like,
seen
show.
trailers, right?
And do you
no,
have,
we've seen a lot of live gameplay.
I envision like 4 big monitors with 4 different people
Yeah.
just doing different things, and that they're setting out to sea. And they
It
all have
seems
different
it
things
seems like
to
it would be
do.
really long though. Sea of Thieves
Sure.
seems like a
Yeah.
game you'd have to settle into. But
Maybe,
this
but you
Quick little quest or something
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that.
they're-
just one ship battle or something.
Yeah. 3 of them are on Scorpio. 1 of them's on a PC, so you can show that.
How does, if at all, Sea of Thieves play into the Scorpio narrative?
Draw distance.
better water,
Runs
Yeah.
better. Yeah.
Great water. They did
4K.
lean on that. The other
4K. I don't know.
4K.
beautiful water,
Um,
bigger
higher frame
tidal
rate.
wave.
frame rate.
Yeah,
Ship
I think,
destruction.
I think frame rate in multiplayer game like that could
I agree
actually
with
be
you
a
on
big
that.
deal.
Particles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Particles.
More like wood fragments flying off boats.
Yeah.
Who knows?
More wood fragments.
I could see them actually saying that in the trailer. More wood fragments on Scorpio.
I just want a headline that says the wood fragments.
Are
But actually,
dazzling.
actually,
Dazzling.
for,
Treasure simulation
for Sea of
dazzles.
Thieves, since the ship was the entire focus of last year's demo, like I
Land.
want to
Yeah.
do something completely
Show
different.
Yeah.
that pirate town,
Yeah.
man.
Port,
Show
yeah.
a town,
Show a town, show going out and
Motorbikes,
getting a
boat
treasure.
Motorbikes,
Yeah,
yeah,
spaceships.
ATVs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I just want to run a bar and
Yeah.
have people leave me alone.
Like,
Yeah,
I
I'm
wonder,
running this bar.
You never leave
Every
the
time
island.
someone comes in, you're like, what do you want?
Yeah,
What do you want? They're
Sure.
like, a drink. No.
because I kind of feel like, sort of like with the Division, that like you could have somebody kind of betray you. So it'd be really interesting if there's some mechanic where you've got the treasure map.
Yeah.
There's the
And you've
plan.
got to be
They had it.
very careful about
Mutiny.
who you
Yeah.
share
Mutiny.
that
Mutiny.
information with.
Dude, we
Yeah.
will see a mutiny today.
Everyone like there's like
Yeah.
a vote option. Everyone votes for
Oh
it.
my god.
We've got 20 minutes left and still quite a lot to get through.
Sure.
So I want to we'll speed up this last year conference thing just a little bit. We had a State of Decay 2 trailer that showed it was a mix between CG and gameplay. Not a lot of gameplay.
I think we're gonna have that blowout this year.
Sure.
Yeah.
How do they blow it out? What does it look like? Do we care?
I personally don't care yet, but I know a lot of people do care.
What
So I
was
want to
this
see
game?
what they're gonna do to make me care.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
That's the
this.
thing. Like it just for whatever reason, it's just sort
Yeah.
of been like that thing over there that I'm not paying enough attention to. So yeah, I want to have them change my
Yeah.
mind and get me interested in this thing if they're putting so much stock in it.
I love this genre, and like you were saying, Blood, the State of Decay 1 just kind of slipped through the cracks for me. So this is an opportunity for me to atone for that and get back to, or get into State of Decay 2.
Atone.
Yeah, Atone. That's a
The
game.
gods of State of Decay have been slighted. by
It's a
human-
game. It's a game I absolutely should have been into, but for whatever reason, it just slipped on by.
Yeah.
And you know, I've heard great things about it.
So with an open world survival zombie game, which is a very known quantity at this point, for you, Michael Huber, how would you want them to make you atone?
So I feel like that genre is getting very populated.
Yeah.
But they're all they all seem very time intensive. They
Yeah.
you know, like I think of DayZ and even H1Z1.
Right.
There's a lot of downtime, a lot of strategy.
I would
like-
actually argue that that's one of the biggest strengths of State of Decay.
Yeah.
Is it's just a little bit less cumbersome than some of those early access PC survival horror games.
Yeah, just maybe a quicker pace, you know, because those games exist, so maybe go the other way. And
The other thing that State of Decay 1 kind of pushed for, and I would like to see more of it in State of Decay 2, is the people at your outpost, they were actual characters. They had things that they liked and didn't like. They had their own motivations. I think leaning into that and establishing a bit more of
Yeah.
a solid story could be very good as
Totally,
well.
yeah. 'Cause
I
even
think
Day-
polish in general, like, is one of the things that they can do to differentiate themselves. It's like,
Absolutely.
yeah, there's a lot of games out here that promise to do this kind of thing, but you kind of get a taste of it, but there's a lot left wanting. And so if they can really just nail that and be sort of the definitive version of that experience.
Yeah.
cool.
Let's move on to the big ticket item. Let's skip ahead. Project Scorpio. So, Project Scorpio
I was
promises...
like, we already talked about Sea of Thieves. What do you mean?
Phil Spencer, before he did a little preamble with Project Scorpio, he says, "Play without boundaries and beyond generations." And so Project Scorpio promises true 4K gaming, high fidelity VR. They really emphasize power, 6 teraflops of computing power. 2 more than the PS4 Pro. But I think the thing to talk about right now is there was a tweet from Jeff Keighley this morning who said, hey, unless this changes at the last minute, this thing's going to be $499. For what Project Scorpio, what we know so far, what do you think about that price point?
It feels kind of high to me.
Feels a little high.
So they're getting out there and they're saying, technically, this is the most powerful console on the market. Doesn't justify that price point?
So if you didn't have a console, it's way more palatable. But for people with Xbox or PlayStation already, spending $500 for an upgrade is a hard ask.
See, I feel the other way around. I feel like kind of with the PS4 Pro in the same situation. It's like this is the premium model, so it makes more sense to me to make the premium model be premium and not like compromise or cut corners on things. And it's like, yeah, if you want this thing that does all this great stuff, it's going to cost you a lot more.
Yeah.
So, it's not necessary. Here's the Xbox One S. You can get that, I just kind of think that that's sort of that high-end market that they want to hit, and that's why the Beyond Generations thing is there, because they wanted same games to play across PC, Scorpio, and Xbox One S.
Do you think the Scorpio will be able to swap out parts and upgrade? So
No.
if you you do buy this $500 thing, it is kind of like a PC where 1 or 2 years from now you can change the guts.
That'd be a game changer. But I was just thinking like $500 for an entire console, like a top of the line Nvidia card is more than that sometimes. So it's like, or oftentimes. So it's just like, if you're trying to do a high end console game,
I don't think so, and the reason I don't think so is because I think there are people who want a very powerful experience that would be too nervous to put a new part into their Xbox.
Okay.
Where the reason they're not playing on PC
because they don't want to deal with
is
that.
because they don't want to deal with it.
Sure.
I think that is absolutely true for certain people. But do you think, coming out at $499, how many people have 4K TVs? Like, are we?
Right.
Not yet.
Not
After this year, I think it'll be a lot more.
Yeah.
But not quite.
Yeah, it's definitely a growing thing.
Yeah.
The other thing with 500 is I wonder if that will deter people who are kind of on the fence maybe about buying it. Like, I'm sure the diehards will buy it, but maybe 500 people are just kind of like, a little too much for me.
Now, there's been a leak of the next Assassin's Creed set in Egypt, Assassin's Creed Origins. We're going to get into that later, I think, especially during the Ubisoft conference and after maybe the Xbox briefing. But in the leak for Assassin's Creed Origins, they said, hey, this is optimized for Project Scorpio. How powerful is that language to you? Does that matter?
I got to see it.
I got to see it.
Yeah, I got to see. I have to know what that means. Specifically, you can't just come out and say, hey, runs better on Scorpio, runs better on Scorpio, runs better. How does it?
That's them just saying that pretty much.
You're just saying that.
Just different word.
Whatever.
So you're saying it doesn't faze you?
Not yet, but if Ubisoft comes out tomorrow and says, look at the draw distance or something standing on this pyramid on Scorpio versus PS4 Pro, and you can see way further. Clearer.
That makes me nervous just thinking about them saying that. It's because I'm thinking about Assassin's Creed tech issues in the past,
kind
of thing like that. Where it's like,
different time though. They took.
I mean, I know
off.
It's been a year, but still a little.
Yeah.
I'm very cautious about that.
Took a year off, and Syndicate was a lot better than Unity.
What would impress me more than like frame rate stability or draw distance would be if the game is optimized in such a way that it actually they like put more people in the crowd or like put more stuff, like the game actually simulates a bigger environment or bigger crowd. And like I know like with a crowd it would be possible because you could randomly generate people,
Right.
But I think that would be a cool way to show the power, and it has a rock steady frame rate and good draw distance, all the trimmings.
So you're saying going beyond optimization and just actually making a better game.
Right, or just like things that you can dial up, Because I mean, and that would be different. It would be interesting, and it's not outside of the realm of possibility in a game like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, GTA 5 regular versus remastered. Remastered had more traffic You know, and that seems like a small thing, but it's like when you play the original and
it feels
you're
empty,
driving in LA and there's not many cars driving by versus the remaster. Like there is more
and it doesn't
volume.
take you 3 hours to get from the east side to the west side.
Let's move on to the games themselves. And what is going to be very likely, what is sort of likely, what is unlikely. We've already talked about some of these. Sea of Thieves.
Anthem
Right.
is apparently
That's
not
the
there.
second thing on my list.
Yeah.
Anthem.
Yeah.
What do you think Anthem is going to be?
Destiny.
Yeah.
I really do. I really think this is going to be like Destiny.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's totally good. Competition, you know, it'll put Destiny on not on notice. It's not like confrontation, but it's like Destiny will have to up their game.
You're hoping it lights a fire under them.
I mean,
yeah, exactly.
How about this? Destiny with a story you actually care about.
Yeah.
Destiny 2, come on now. Destiny 2 story looks a lot more improved than Destiny 1.
I think it'll be more of a story driven. I actually think it'll be more story. Like I think there'll be like a player character or two or whatever. Like I don't think it'll be a make your own person kind of deal. I don't know.
So
I think it probably still will be, knowing BioWare's track record.
when
Yeah,
you
I
say
don't know.
a story that you actually care about,
I mean, like
just-
you'll design it, but it'll be more like Mass Effect is what I mean. It won't
Right.
be. It won't
Yeah.
be like Destiny where it's you make a nameless, faceless MMO character that doesn't really have any impact. You
Right.
make a shepherd, male or female, is what I meant to say.
Right.
Yeah.
When you say a story that you actually care about, do you just mean more of a focus on story, or do you mean a story that, or are we talking dialogue? Are we talking
Dialogue
dialogue tree?
Dialogue, yeah, it may not be as involved as a Mass Effect or something. It may have to have some different ways of working with, having a party and stuff like that. But Old Republic did some weird things with dialogue, right? Where different people had different options. And
Yeah.
The MMO? Yeah.
That would be, I just thought that would be really, really cool if depending on your dialogue choices as well, because Destiny, you're all guardians. This would be really cool if there was two different teams, so that was kind of the differentiating thing versus Destiny where, you have different factions and you can be.
Yeah, this is getting into crazy theoretical town now. But, imagine if you had a dialogue tree between two actual people. And your
Whoa.
choices changed based on what the other person said.
That
That's
would
really
be
cool.
super cool.
Yeah.
And they've got timers and stuff. That would work. Yeah. That'd be neat.
Next gen dialogue trees.
Huber, Ian, as Destiny players, is there anything from a gameplay perspective that Destiny didn't do that you think there's room for Anthem to do?
I mean, yeah, if you care about what's happening, that would be huge.
I'm thinking of Destiny 2 though, and Destiny 2 is like
Right.
reconciling a lot of those
They're trying
issues
to
for
do
me.
that.
They have
Sure.
like NPC quest givers out
But
in the
in a
wild.
pre-Destiny 2
Yeah.
time.
Less RNG, like more meaningful. Like Destiny kind of sorted that out over time, but when it came out, it was, you just got random stuff, and it was,
I think for me, even more specialization with my character.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
I want exploration.
want exploration?
Again, Destiny 2 is focusing a lot more on that. There's treasure hunts and
Right.
little
Yeah.
outposts and stuff, but
Yeah.
I think exploration is a big thing.
Like with a vehicle you can actually use, kind of?
Yeah, vehicle or just even, cruising through the jungle and searching places. And, I love that.
Just
especially
bigger-
in
bigger
persistent...
zones.
Yeah, bigger
persistent
zones.
RPGs, one of my favorite things is just
Yeah.
going off and finding some thing of value that I can use, and that's so rewarding to me.
Bigger, less linear zones. Because
Right.
Destiny, they're just big loops, basically.
I think randomization could be a really interesting part of that as well, and something that a lot of MMOs have tried, but I don't think any of them have absolutely nailed, where I want moments where it's like, oh my god, this thing is happening out in the world, let's go find it. And there's enough of those things that feel substantial, that have enough impact on your progression, that you want to get out there, you want to drop what you're doing and go and interact with this random group of people. I think that would be really fun.
Do you,
outdoor
think,
raid.
do you think the wall is any part of gameplay, or is that just a way to separate town from combat?
The assumption I was making from the trailer was like, that's the tower.
When you
Yeah.
go past the wall, it's dangerous.
I think it would
Division
be-
Dark Zone style.
But it'd be interesting if something could attack the wall.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
that'd be
people had
really
to go out
cool,
there
And
and
you get a
defend it.
notification, it's like,
Yeah.
hey, do you want to go and reinforce the wall?
I mean,
Attack
they
on
said
Titans.
they said the wall is their armor, so I mean the wall might constantly.
I think that would be an
attacked.
excellent mechanic. We got 10 minutes until the Xbox conference. Let's go through some more games here. Middle Earth Shadow of War. Do you think that'll be a present?
Yeah.
Scorpio.
Yeah.
They're gonna show the hell out of
Runs
that.
best on Scorpio. Get used to hearing that.
How much do you care about Middle Earth Shadow of War?
Well, you looked at me. None at all.
None at all. None at all.
I'm down.
I'm
ready.
love Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Shadow of Mordor came out in a lukewarm year, 2014, but it was a standout game from that year. It was good. It was
fun.
fine.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. You know, I love sequels, especially in video games, because you know they usually improve. I think video game sequels versus movie sequels, you know, it's a different beast.
Right, and I know you had some complaints about the simplicity of the combat in Middle Earth, Shadow of Mordor, but I still think the Nemesis system is such a good idea that no one else has really followed up on. There's a lot of room for expansion.
Dude, actually,
that's something that could be...
Scorpio could run that really well.
Right.
Yeah, have the simulation be way deeper.
That's really weird. We have 2 Assassin's Creeds that are optimized for Scorpio.
That's basically
Bloodburn.
Bloodburn.
I was just surprised when I saw those early demos of Shadow of War, and I'm
And
like,
you're
this
like,
still
oh.
looks a lot like Assassin's Creed.
That's that same animation.
Really excited though. For that.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
Especially because it's not only in Mordor.
Tentatively optimistic, but one that I am full blown optimistic for and leaked. There's some leaks that this is definitely going to be at the show. A sequel to Ori and the Blind Forest. Ori
Very
and
cool.
the Will
Yeah.
of the
Very
Wisps.
cool.
I saw some of those
hear about this.
screenshots.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'd be cool.
Oh,
Good stuff.
Love Ori.
Look at that smile.
Yeah.
It's a win. It's a win for Easy Allies.
Ori.
Down into the somewhat likely category, we've got one that's been kind of a weird sticking point for a while. Crackdown 3.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be there for sure.
You think it's going to be there
It
for
has
sure?
to be now.
Is that exciting?
No, I mean it'll depend on what they do, because it's like Cuphead and it's like Below, where it's okay. We showed this
Right.
a long time ago. If you're showing it again, it better be coming out like really, really soon.
Yeah, and I feel like
I feel like it's definitely gonna be at the show, and it better be just blow your mind amazing and ready to come out in the next 3-4 months.
Well, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the last several times they showed it, especially the last time where it was just about the cloud and destruction of buildings, it's felt more like tech demos. Like, here's the tech of this game.
Sure.
And I wonder, because now this year I think will be a tech heavy, you know, because they can show the power of the cloud and Scorpio and all that tra-la-la with this game. I'm kind of tired of that with this game. I want to see like what is actually the deal with this game.
Yeah, what
like,
is
what
the
it's
game?
about?
Yeah.
What is
Brett
it?
and I played through Crackdown 2, and it was
Crackdown 2 is not a good
That's
game.
the only Crackdown I've played.
Yikes.
So
Crackdown 1 is much better.
when I'm like 3, I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
Is
Sure.
Crackdown 1 good?
Yeah,
Because
it's good.
I've heard
It's good.
such bad
Here-
things about
here's the
2.
story
I'm
of
confused
Crackdown
by the
1.
hype for 3.
Everybody bought it because it had a beta for Halo 3.
Yeah.
Ah.
But it ended up being a very good game in its
Yeah.
own right and developed a following.
Like
It was
going
cool.
to see Dreamcatcher to see the Animatrix short.
Right.
Sure.
That took me a second to process. That was out of left field.
Yeah. But no, I think though, because as Ian brought up, Crackdown 3, when they demoed it, it was all about the power of the cloud and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of thing lends itself so well
It's-
into
Absolutely.
what the Scorpio can do with
Right,
Crackdown 3 now.
right. Which is a bummer because it's just going to be basically the same
I mean, we assume
thing we've heard about Crackdown.
we assume that's why we haven't. It's not out. We haven't really seen
Right.
it. It's been
Could
waiting
be.
for the Scorpio.
Yeah, we haven't really. I don't feel like I've heard
Bundled
the story
in
as to why it's not
with
happening
the
yet.
Scorpio.
Bundle them?
I think that would be such a smart move.
That'd be a great move.
Let's do some more wild speculation. Apparently, there was a trademark filed for Battletoads. And if we think about it, this makes some sense, right? I think with Rare Replay, you definitely saw them name dropping Battletoads quite a bit. They seem to be calling that out specifically
They
in
had,
that collection.
they had a Battletoads statue at
Right.
E3 last year.
You have Rash in Killer Instinct. It does seem like they're sort of priming us for some sort of Battletoads
They also
revival.
had a tie-in with Shovel Knight.
Right.
Would Yacht
Oh,
Club
yeah.
be
Right.
tapped for a Battletoads game?
What
Whoa.
the thing is, Ben, Battletoads doesn't need to be bigger than
It really
a
doesn't.
beat 'em up. Like, just give me a classic
doesn't.
Battletoads beat 'em up.
Can it be bigger?
It doesn't need to be.
No, I understand, but
Yeah.
is it even capable?
Oh,
don't-
I'm sure. I mean,
yeah.
the thing that's great about the first Battletoads, is as frustrating and as ridiculous as it is that it has so much variety throughout that game.
Right.
You know, so it's like you do like a beat 'em up level, but then you do this crazy racing level, and then you do a surfing level, and then you're like, there's all of this different variety in the game, and
Sure.
and that's part of where some of the frustration comes through because it's not that well polished. You know?
Yeah.
The unicycle stage is kind of crazy. You know, a lot of those later stages, you pretty much have to use save states.
Let me ask you guys this: if they do it, are they gonna do it blown out, full modern, like Gears of War style game, or will it be like a Shovel Knight style thing? Do you think they'll like
I would
update
love it to be a Shovel Knight style.
Yeah,
thing.
I want it to be like basically 2D, same.
I think if they went 2D Shovel Knight style, I actually think that would be the best situation
I
because
think
I
so,
think
too.
if they did a 3D 2D, I don't know how many people that would grab. I also think like it to me,
You'd have
Battletoads
to nail
seems
a
to be
completely new art style.
you'd
Yeah.
have to completely nail it with a totally new art style.
And that
right.
kind of like game combat is hard to translate into 3D.
Right,
Like
I
you're gonna
agree.
need like platinum or something to work on the
Well,
combat for
even
that.
with like Bloodstained or something, like I don't prefer that CG look.
Right.
Like,
did you see the new Bloodstained stuff?
Did I ever? And like, I'm like, man, I wish this was just pixel art because it would look so cool. And right now, it just looks like weird claymation, like shiny, gross CG. Oh, whatever. I'm not trying to be negative, but
I'm cool with it. Give me that Ega magic. I'll take it.
I hope it plays well.
Oh, I'm there day one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna buy the hell out of it.
But
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I'm
with
gonna play the
Battletoads, I think
hell out of
your beat 'em ups. I feel like recently have been in just such a tough position where whatever you do with it, I think you're going to have a sizable portion of the audience that wants something else, and I think Battletoads fits into that because Battletoads. How many people actually want a new Battletoads?
If it was
like a lot.
I just want to
You
beat
think
up. I want to beat them up. You know,
Sure.
I think of recent ones that really aren't recent anymore. I think of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I think of Double Dragon
Scott Pilgrim
Neon.
versus the World is
Yeah,
fantastic.
those are ways to bring the beat 'em up to the modern day. $15, $20 games. Just again, they don't need to be blown out in some huge AAA
That's-
action adventure platforming thing. Just give me a classic
If Battletoads
beat 'em
is a
up.
$15 game,
Yeah.
that would be good.
Be
Sure.
perfect.
It's not a
$15
$60
game that
title.
is available now.
Shadow drop it.
Ooh, that'd be
I
nice.
better
Dude,
go
if
home
they
and
shadow drop it,
download
that would be
something
insane.
tonight. Like,
I want at least
ready.
one big shadow drop out of this E3.
Yeah.
For sure. Whether it's today or tomorrow, who knows?
So we had that Phantom Dust remake come out recently. Do we see anything else with Phantom Dust? Last we heard about Phantom Dust, it was.
I think they're gonna just skip on that right
Sure.
now.
just pass on that.
Do we see anything with Halo? So they came out and they said that they wouldn't have anything
No.
substantial, but they might have some sort of presence. Do we end with a Halo 6 teaser?
How about a Halo movie?
Halo
Haven't they been
movie.
trying to do that forever?
Halo like animated.
They
something.
did that already.
They've done-
They
they've
did
done-
that.
another
They've
one.
done like a 9.
Another one.
Halo comic.
I don't think those
Something
before
non-
probably
now.
done
They've done
that.
plenty. They've done both Halo
I think
animation and Halo.
Something
don't
non-video
care about
game
that.
related is what I'm getting
A
at.
Halo play. Buy tickets
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
Yes.
A Halo
Broadway.
play.
By Lin-Manuel
Yeah.
Miranda.
Yeah.
I
Whatever.
cannot imagine it showing up just because of what they've said.
I think there
it
would be a
still
teaser.
seems
I think a teaser's
CG
not
teaser?
out of-
Yeah.
Like a
teaser's
logo
not out
or
of-
something.
CG
out of
teaser for
question.
sure.
Right.
Like, hey, we exist. We're working on it.
Yeah.
So
Thanks everybody for watching our coverage. By
Yeah.
the way.
we are moments away.
We are
Moments
Yeah.
away. Moments away. Our clock is fast, so it
I think no
says
matter
2
what,
already.
any sort of new hardware is exciting. Success
Always.
or
So
total
excited.
failure.
Always.
But I just hope they do it. I don't want to hear people talking about it. I want to see it working.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's my worry for this conference is like I don't want to hear people talking about the teraflops. Just show me what the teraflops
I'm going to
can
ask
do.
you to be
It's
the
gonna
6
look like the
teraflops
Matrix,
counter.
and we're actually
Okay.
gonna see all the
I'll
numbers.
try to
Can you do
fly
that?
by.
Yeah, I want to know how many times
Ian's
they
gonna
say
see the
teraflops
teraflops.
and how many times they say cloud.
I wonder if they'll say cloud.
I don't know
I
if
wonder.
they're gonna
I,
stick
I,
away from
I
that.
think
Yeah,
cloud's
I think
gone. I
cloud's
think the
gone.
cloud is
That
over.
buzzword's
Yeah.
out, dude.
Yeah. Decentralized computing.
There you go.
I just at the end of
Neural
the conference when
networks.
it ends, just hold it up on your fingers.
Will Deep Mind be
No.
mentioned?
You know,
Blizzard exclusive.
After the E3 or the EA conference, I'm starting to worry that DeepMind might just be infiltrating everybody.
Yeah.
Like Nintendo's going to be
Deep
talking
learning?
about
Yeah,
some
yeah.
DeepMind affiliate.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to
Deep
happen.
Mind affiliate.
DeepMind affiliate.
Deep
Yeah.
Mind's up here, and it just trickles down.
The trickle down
Oh my
effect.
God.
of
Shallow
DeepMind.
mind. Tide
When
pool
Phil
mind.
Spencer gets up there and he says, "We want to talk about the future that you can't envision yet," that's when I'm going to get scared.
Can't envision yet.
Yeah, so I'm going to get scared.
Skynet.
We're looking inside of a Scorpio right now, by the way.
We
Right?
are.
That's the like
There's
circuitry.
a lot of traffic going there.
Yeah.
Do we
Motherboard.
have any
That's the neural
completely
network.
out of left field wild
Wildest Dreams,
predictions?
Perfect Dark, or Turok?
Ooh.
I think those are good predictions. I mean, good wild
Wow.
predictions.
Yeah.
Man.
Gotta go
Turok,
wild.
I don't see Perfect Dark. Maybe.
Come on. This is Wildest Dreams. Don't
is
put
Wildest
that
Toronto's
in
owned by
there.
Disney right now, isn't it? It's a weird place.
What? Why?
Yeah, wasn't it
Let's
Disney
think
Interactive
positive.
that put out the last Toronto
weird.
game?
I don't think. Is that true? That doesn't sound true. Chat.
It could be true.
Help us out.
I don't know, but I had a terrible shotgun.
We should mention that during the press conference by itself, the chat
Here we
will
go.
be in sub mode.
Right. Chat will be in sub mode during the press conference itself. We'll go out of sub mode during the post-show discussion.
Oh, here we go.
Well, there's Taylor.
Oh, here it's 4K. It's gonna go there.
4K.
Oh, funny.
Yeah.
This is funny.
Didn't get 1080 till 2013.
Witcher. Yeah, Xbox 4K.
That was a cool zoom out. That was a good time to do that.
Budget.
Yeah,
Smell
so
the
much
I
budget.
always appreciate how good Microsoft staged.
WrestleMania, right?
2017
SummerSlam.
Xbox E3
Well, they've got
briefing.
closed captioning.
So we can hear it. So people can read it over us.
Yeah.
Us bozos.
That's bozos.
Here we go.
Just the bozos.
Immediate. I'm so nervous, guys. I'm freaking nervous.
Just believe in the heart of the cards. Teraflops.
There it is.
I didn't expect you to show up so early.
I actually like that they're starting with this. Get it out of the way. There it is. I like this song.
Right? This is like Deus Ex style right here. Jensen comes out.
It's still
That. Oh, I thought it was During the Dark. I'm not even kidding. I really did.
Oh, there's the
One
Oh,
ring.
yeah.
Are they spoiling their whole thing right now?
Controller looked the
That's
same.
the same
Yeah,
controller.
Yeah.
it's the same controller.
It was a little too much.
Chills.
Oh, that's Crackdown.
Is this what it looks like?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, IR
Whoa. Sleek.
Is that PS4?
Yeah,
it
very
kind of
sleek.
looks like a PS4.
Whoa.
Small.
Whoa, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it looks a lot like the S.
Looks.
Yeah, it does.
Looks way better than I
Ladies
and
anticipated.
The head of Xbox.
Doesn't look like an 80s
Phil
VCR
Spencer.
anymore.
I like that.
Showtime.
What shirt does he have on?
Player one.
I like being
Hey,
player two.
no, stop.
No, stop.
Okay,
Yeah, stop, guys.
good afternoon. To those of you with us
I like
here
Phil.
in person, watching on this incredible 4K screen, to the millions watching around the world or TV online, and to those of you watching and interacting on Mixer, on behalf of everyone
How's
on
Mixer?
Team Xbox,
It's like their version
welcome
of
to
Twitch.
E3
Another company they
2017.
acquired.
When the renegade
Mixer
group of
gets
gamers,
good giveaways.
creators, and engineers came together to form the original Xbox team and deliver the first Xbox console, we were driven by three principles: empower developers, delight gamers, and deliver true hardware and technical innovation. The original Xbox team lived by the mantra, there's no power greater than X. And today, we are proud to welcome the newest member of the Xbox family, fittingly named Xbox One X.
It is Xbox One X.
So many X's!
That's a lot of X.
Triple X.
Xbox One X, the most powerful console ever made, sets a new
don't know how
quality
I feel about
standard
it.
for gamers
Looks like a
and game
screen name
creators.
from like 2001.
Starting on November 7th, Xbox One X joins the Xbox One and the Xbox One S when it launches worldwide.
It's a
S.
mouthful. It's such a
hard to-
mouthful. Xbox One X, Xbox
Yeah.
One X.
Sorry, did you say the
Now-
S or the X?
Yeah.
I'd like to introduce one of our leaders in the Xbox
Customer
engineering
service.
team
Oh,
responsible
yeah.
for making the
Phone,
Xbox One experience great for gamers and developers.
Xbox One X
Please
experience?
welcome my friend
It sort of
Kareem
reminds me
Chowdhury
of
to tell you more.
When people would confuse the Xbox One with the original Xbox.
Yeah.
Yep. Moved on without doing a price yet, though.
Thanks, Phil. It's an honor to be here at E3 and represent 3 years of engineering the team has done to bring you Xbox One X.
A lot of hard work.
From the beginning, our focus on game creators and you, the gamer, gave us 3 big goals we needed to hit: power, compatibility, and craftsmanship. Let's talk power, which starts with the specs.
9
6
minutes, blood.
teraflop
Clock's
GPU
running.
clocked at
timer.
1.172 gigahertz, 12 gigabytes of GDDR5 memory, and 326 gigabytes per second of memory bandwidth.
Oh, they have a lot of their own guys in the crowd.
Oh,
so-
yeah.
These are impressive numbers that are more powerful than any other console on every dimension. Because that's what it takes to give game creators the power they need.
Parallel universe.
4K resolution, 4K textures, and 4K assets in your living room.
4K textures.
Yeah.
And when we say true 4K, we mean 8 million pixels, high dynamic range, wide color gamut, premium sound like Dolby Atmos, and 4K UHD Blu-ray playback.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Next,
that's good.
compatibility. We knew compatibility was critically important for Xbox One X, and your reaction to 360 backward compatibility has energized the team even more. So right from the start, all of your Xbox One accessories and games will work with Xbox One X.
That was good stuff.
Why wouldn't it?
Yeah, why would
Yeah.
Right.
But for the team and me, that wasn't good enough. We wanted more. The game
360
library
man.
you have today will look and play even better on Xbox One X with enhanced visual fidelity, anisotropic filtering, and faster load times.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Even if you haven't made the jump to a 4K TV yet, we designed this product for you as well. Since Xbox One X enables a technique called super sampling, the new 4K
Oh, right,
games
yeah.
you see on stage today will look better on your 1080p TV than anything you've seen before. And finally, craftsmanship.
Hilarious.
We meticulously paid attention to every detail of design as we crafted
only
our
been 2
most
minutes so far,
technically
Huber.
advanced
Wow.
console ever. It starts with the Scorpio engine. We
All
use
right, long way to
16
go, bud.
nanometer technology to build a 360
have to be 9
square
minutes
millimeter
straight
chip
or
No,
total?
no.
with 7 billion transistors and a
tricky.
384-bit wide memory bus. This is the fastest, most advanced processor to ever power a console. Our premium design means that every millimeter and every component within the console has been architected for maximum power and efficiency.
Maximum
Our
power.
aspirations were so high,
Crisis.
an industry standard approach just wasn't good enough. The Scorpio engine is so intense that for the first time
wondering
ever
about
on a
overheating
console,
it.
we're
Liquid
using a
cooled. Yeah, yeah,
liquid-cooled vapor chamber normally reserved for servers and high-end PC cards.
Yeah, that's crazy. Man.
That's good. This thing is going to overheat like crazy.
An engineer on the Xbox hardware team invented a new power management system so innovative, we named it after him. The Hovis method uniquely optimizes every single Xbox One X at the system and
He's saying
component
so
level
much, but
to
like
deliver
really
consistent performance
fluidly.
efficiently
Yeah, he's doing
and
a good
elegantly.
Yeah, great job.
Now, it's easy to think all this technology and capability will mean a bigger console. But again,
They know.
we wanted more. Not only have we built the most powerful console ever, Xbox One X is the smallest Xbox ever.
Oh,
Wow.
That is really small. Very impressive.
That's cool.
Very impressive.
This is the system
PS4
you
Pro is
asked
so
us
much
to
bigger
build,
than the
and it has been a
original.
great
Is
honor
it really?
to design
Big Mac.
and build it for you.
Just look
I
another
couldn't
layer.
be more proud of our team, and I hope you love it as much as we do. Now, let's see what this monster can do.
yes.
That was
That
a
was-
very
yeah, there we
cool
go. That
demo.
was more
Very
layers.
good.
Very cool.
Now, if they
World
don't talk
premiere.
about it anymore, perfect.
And then immediately a game.
World premiere.
Assassin's Creed.
This is Forza.
Forza.
Oh, you
No?
think so? This is Egypt music.
This is Egypt music.
Oh no.
Dude, Origins.
Yeah.
No? Maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's camels in Origins.
Oh,
Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
Oh, there you
Future.
go.
I was gonna say those buildings look kind of future.
It's modern.
Yeah.
Forza.
It's Forza.
Gotcha. Hey, Assassin's Creed has modern times too, futuristic.
Forza and Assassin's Creed are teaming up for the first time.
We got a long show ahead.
I mean, this is exactly what we said, right? They're gonna show the tech with Forza.
Graphics. Oh my god.
Rain.
GTR. There it is, all
Yeah.
the trailer with all the leather.
Yeah.
Right on cue.
I mean, that's how you do it.
Oh,
Are those
semi
new
trucks?
Bloodworth? Semi-trucks?
I don't. Wow.
Semi-truck hype.
Please welcome
And
Easy, Alex.
sand on that
racing
track at the end too.
franchise,
Is
Dan
interesting.
Greenewald.
In the automotive world, supercars are debuted at international auto shows. Frankfurt, Paris, Detroit.
Another car.
But through your passion for racing on Xbox and PC, Forza has become the premier partner to the automotive industry. So today, for the first time in history, a flagship supercar is making its world debut here at E3 in front of you.
In the game? No,
No,
not in
real car.
life. I thought it was gonna be in the game.
Bringing it up.
This
How many
year,
times do we have to do this?
announced a 6-year partnership with Porsche to bring
Wait.
you amazing experiences, both in game and in person. Porsche shares our vision for the future
No
of
way.
racing and esports.
Pretty crazy.
And this car
Debut.
has never
they gotta
been
pay for
seen
No, but-
outside of the
But the thing
guarded
is
walls
usually
of
Porsche has been like
That honor
come
belongs
on
to
later
you
because they couldn't
exclusively.
afford to bring it into the main
Ladies
game.
and gentlemen, may I present the 2018 Porsche 911 GT2 RS.
Never forget.
Would have been cool if it debuted in the game.
This is not only the most
mean, it'll be in the
aggressive
game.
expression
Yeah. Like
of
the first
Porsche's
time we
legendary design.
If it was
It
in the game.
features the most powerful road-going 911 engine ever made. Like the Xbox One X, it's a monster. And with over 4.8 million active players across Xbox and Windows 10, Forza is one of the largest racing communities on the planet. You made this historic moment possible. Through your passion for racing, the digital and the real worlds are merging in an unprecedented way.
Merging.
So now, let's take a look
Sentence.
at the Porsche 911 GT2 RS in Forza Motorsport 7 running on Xbox One X. I'm joined on stage by two presenters for our Forza Racing Championship esports series.
I'm Shannon McIntosh, professional race car driver and Porsche driving coach. I'll be pushing the GT2 RS to its limits on the sun-baked streets of Dubai.
And I'm Verena May, professional racer and stunt driver. I will be fighting to survive dynamic weather in the Nürburgring in this Nissan GTR race car.
We start with Shannon
real-
in her
real
customized driver
athletes, like,
on
doing
Dubai.
this. Yeah, it's cool.
Using the power of Xbox One X, Forza Motorsport 7 runs at a native 4K and a rock-solid 60 frames per second.
Native. Okay.
And we have the additional power to deliver shocking levels of detail. Using super high resolution assets, we've recreated the intense feel of one of the greatest driving roads in the world, the Hafit Mountain Pass.
Aren't these set in reality?
That's just in real life.
Oh, like if
if I could go to Dubai with like
Racing
a
is more
Porsche
immersive and dynamic. Ominous skies
Evo or
roll
GTR.
in as car parts rattle and vibrate.
Bond lifestyle.
We've made racing more epic and grand. Race through living environments featuring spectacular vistas and massive scale.
What is living environment?
You can see we've made racing more dynamic and surprising. Dynamic levels grow as the storm unleashes its fury. It's more thrilling and competitive.
The puddle
Feel
be
the
the same
intense
size.
heat grease
and,
up
like,
your
you would
tires
just, like,
as
be
you
on the
battle your
rain
rivals.
version in 6.
And it's more beautiful and alive. Dark skies open up and change as the sun emerges from the clouds for a breathtaking finish.
So good. Okay. They were guessing me last time.
That looks real cool. Taken aback by this.
Racing is reborn in Forza. Whether running on the Xbox One family of consoles or Windows 10 PCs, Forza Motorsport 7 is the most technically advanced and comprehensive racing games ever made. With more than 700 cars, it features the largest collection of Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and Porsches ever assembled.
Yeah.
Today, you are the first people to see the 2018 Porsche 911 GT2 RS. And this week at E3, like me, you can be the first to drive it.
Gran Turismo's
So
probably
come
not gonna have Porsche
experience
either.
the most powerful road-going
Probably not gonna have
911
Porsche at
ever
all.
made on the Xbox One X, the most powerful console ever made in Forza Motorsport 7. Thank you.
So it's a month before the system. That's interesting.
Will we see that thing rotate out again, or do we just let the car sit
Yeah, it'll probably not come back out.
I'm going to play a ton of Forza Motorsport 7 when it ships on October 3rd. And when Xbox One X launches, we will all get to experience Forza Motorsport 7 in true 4K at 60 frames per second. Today, we're going to showcase the world's greatest creators with a lineup of different types of games for every type of gamer. It is the largest and I believe the most diverse lineup of games that we've ever shown on our Xbox E3 stage.
I feel like they do it every year.
Games from creators large
sure
and
they do that every
small,
year.
games that inspire
Very
and
similar,
challenge
for sure.
us, games that
Technically, they could
transport
show
us
more
to
every
new
year, I
worlds
guess.
and offer us new perspectives, and games that push the boundary of our art form. Today, we will feature 42 games here on our stage,
This speech doesn't need to be.
This speech doesn't need to exist.
including
Don't tell us how many
22
games, you're gonna show,
games
just
with
show 'em.
console exclusivity on Xbox One.
Console exclusivity.
Bring it.
Every one of these games will play great on each member of the Xbox One family, but of course, they will play best on Xbox One X. Up next is a game from a creative team that built their franchise on Xbox. In 2010, 4A Games worked with us to launch a single-player masterpiece that I played on Xbox 360. Now, I'm honored to bring them back with the premiere of their next work, running in-engine in true 4K.
World premiere.
Is this Metro?
I think so.
Is this Metro?
Is this console exclusive?
That's insane.
I don't think he said that before.
Yeah, it's Metro.
Metro, baby! Yes!
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, it looks good.
It looks so good.
Yes!
See, Metro's the kind of game that actually you would want an Xbox One X for.
Yeah, what's on?
Because it's such a pain to get your PC optimized to like get the full performance. It's like, yeah, just put it on the X and just play it that way.
Goodness.
Is this from Sunshine or something? Oh, that's what it is. 20 days later.
20 weeks.
This is gonna get flagged.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Love the lighting.
Oh, he looks fur.
Yeah, your master.
Yeah, your master's crafter.
Yeah.
Is it coming out this year?
God, please.
Is that right now?
Oh, that jam.
Yep.
That's probably how they show damage.
Yeah, your master is heavy on the radiation aspect.
Oh God.
Eye stab.
Video games.
Down.
This game looks really cool.
Still got the old map. Nice. I like how grown up everything is. It's like all these weeds and trees and stuff.
It's been a while now. Gotcha.
That's good looking grass.
Serve Emu.
Emu.
I support you. Uh-oh.
Big boy.
Whoa. It's like a bear.
Bear. Mutated bear!
Dude! Oh my god!
Looks like a bear and a naked mole rat crossed together.
Or like a Hell Knight bear.
Oh boy. Ooh,
streak
like
for
a
gamer
explosive tip.
continues.
Oh, this can be awesome.
Whoa. Yeah. Oh. Dude, if that's dynamic.
And then he mounts her.
Yeah. And he
Come on. Don't hurt me then.
I'm not hurting you.
That'd be so awesome.
I'm just telling you what happened.
Please happen.
The bear zip lines over too.
Whoa.
I thought it was on top of the train for a second.
Dude, that's your base.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that was.
If that's
That-
your base.
That's your base for
little
sure.
Oh!
You're moving. You're on the move.
I love
You're
that.
constantly on the move.
And then what if there's a chance that you can miss it and you're stranded?
Whoa, my
be
god.
To make a long journey.
Metro, baby! Metro
Express.
Exodus. Getting the hell out of
Nice.
Dodge.
Didn't leak. Unexpected.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
game to show to demonstrate the power of the Xbox One X.
So hype.
Great. Great movie.
Exodus
Keep
on
it
X.
coming.
Premiere.
Yeah,
Both
baby.
Metros are
Boy,
remastered.
Xbox One X is kind of a mouthful.
It's hard to
Yeah,
say,
it is.
and it's too similar to S.
We are the first.
There it is.
There's Assassins.
Finally,
There we
I've been
go.
waiting for you for so long.
Classic Eagle.
The first to see the gods. The first to tame their beasts. The first to guard the soul
It's such a perfect
from
setting.
evil.
It's so cool.
For the series.
We conquered this land and built an empire.
Oh, strips are back.
But there are whispers on the wind. A brotherhood born in the shadows.
Yeah, that was good.
They are the first to call themselves the Assassins.
Arenas. I love a fighting arena.
Well, underwater.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Romans. Awesome.
Dude, stabbed him, pulled it out from the back.
5 arrows.
Gameplay tomorrow at UV, I bet.
Dude! Whoa!
What?
Going a little, even more supernatural.
Yeah.
Director Sean Gadon.
Oh, we're seeing more?
Yeah, sweet.
Thank you. Ancient Egypt is the birthplace of modern civilization. And it is also the birthplace of the Assassin's Brotherhood. Assassin's Creed Origins is taking you to the perfect setting for an epic gaming adventure. Egypt, 3,000 years of history and mystery at the tip of your fingers. Assassin's Creed Origins is also the story of one man, Bayek. Bayek is the last Magi, the protector of his community.
The mummy.
An Egyptian sheriff, if you like. And his struggle against the dark forces that corrupt ancient Egypt will lead to the foundation of the Assassin's Brotherhood. But recreating ancient Egypt, going back so far in time, pushed us to rethink and expand our gameplay mechanics. We added many RPG elements to a huge systemic world, more detailed and alive than ever before. So today, we are very proud to show you what the game looks like on Xbox One X
X-Bone.
running in 4K. And now, just for you, Bayek is coming back to Siwa, his hometown, to kill the fake oracle, Medunamun.
Sweet.
World
Assassination.
premiere.
Oh, I'm excited. God, it's been so long. Bring it.
Yeah.
Cheetah height. I love tying it into the eagle.
Ah, Siwa, my home, the sacred oasis.
Our Magi, the last protector.
The spear moved that cloth. I was like, it's gonna clip through.
City feels alive. The people are
Be my eyes, Senu.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Eagle flight.
That's new,
This
right?
is,
This temple resembles a
much better
fortress.
eagle vision.
What has happened?
Get out of my way.
It's like a
Far Cry Primal.
yeah, it's like
Seems
a,
OP.
Right.
It's like a drone.
There you are, Medunamun. The next masked one on my list.
Chop there. I like Assassin's Creed, Brad. But like,
Now it is my turn to
Ready to
tip the balance of Anubis.
wow.
How does he kill him?
hidden
Spirit
blade.
of chest.
It's gotta be the hidden blade. Hidden blade reveal.
I guess he has it on his left hand.
Just love the color.
These environments.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Whoa.
Breath of the Wild.
Horizon.
Link, is that you?
Should have had a bet on how many arrows will be retrieved.
Right.
Better be careful here.
The crouch button is back.
I like his voice.
Double kill.
Oh.
What did he throw?
You got XP though.
Stab with left hand,
fine
throw
bow.
over.
A lot of RPG elements this time around. Totally down for in this
Level
game.
6
Absolutely.
bow.
Like
Combo multiplier.
I want to hunt for items.
Pet peeve of mine in games when the UI that says you have a new weapon stays up after you've equipped the new weapon.
It is too dangerous. I will pass for now.
That's cool if that's dynamic. If you try to shoot and then change your mind if he says
Senu.
that.
Betunamon.
What was the sound?
Hold your F this round, eagle flight. Always got to get the ledge takedown. Yep. Gotcha.
No one heard that.
Ability.
Yeah, no one heard
ability
that for
point.
some reason.
It's Assassin's
Ability
Creed.
It's Assassin's Creed.
The drop.
You will die, Medunamon.
Oh, just running in.
They said it's an edit time.
Combat seems a lot different now.
Yeah.
Going to kill you for that.
Camera angle especially.
Yeah.
See what is mine.
Going for that Souls similar feel.
Yeah, except it goes down.
I mean, yeah, it's way worse, but. Ooh.
Finally.
What?
Dude.
So OP.
Okay.
Oh, that tomb.
Sweet.
October
Yes, that's
27th.
so soon.
Mm-hmm. Hey. Hey.
Good.
At Xbox, we've always believed in the power of games to unite us all. Today, communities of gamers not only play together, they create together and watch together. A whole new genre of games has emerged designed for both the player and the community. And with Mixer, we're innovating new features to make these experiences even better.
It's an
This
ad.
one's special. Of all the games in this
mixed
genre,
pot.
here is one that
Sounds
the
strange.
world is having as much fun watching as they are playing. And I can tell you that includes many of us at Team Xbox. The creative director of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds
Right
is
there.
a gamer turned developer who designed this game together with a passionate community. Please welcome PlayerUnknown himself, Brendan Green.
What?
This game blew up over.
Thanks, Phil. Good afternoon, everyone. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is a multiplayer battle royale where you must fight against 100 other players to be the last one standing.
This guy's a pro.
Our team's focus is to bring the most complete battle royale experience ever to console and deliver a great experience across all Xbox One devices. Our development is truly community-driven, and we owe much of our success to everyone who's given us feedback over the past year. With over 3 million PC players to date, we can't wait to bring PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds exclusively to Xbox One later this year with an update for Xbox One X enhancements shipping with the final version. See you on the Battlegrounds, everyone.
Did you say anything about
Exclusive.
cross-play?
No.
With
They
PC?
did not.
Oh, man.
Console launch exclusive. So does that mean that it's the launch is exclusive, or that it's?
He specifically said it was a console exclusive.
Yeah.
I really want to play this with you guys.
Have you played it at all?
Nope.
Oh, it's fun. It's so fun.
We gotta do a big group stream.
We gotta do a big group.
Really want to do it.
Console launch
Launch
exclusive instead
exclusive.
of console
Weird.
exclusive is very weird.
Yeah. That is strange.
Because he said console exclusive, I thought.
Yeah, I thought he did too. This is your game.
Yeah, this game is hilarious.
Yeah, console launch exclusive just
Dude,
sounds
what
to
are we in
me
the
like
sidecar?
they'll get this version finished and then they'll do the PS4 version
Right.
after.
Yeah.
I want to do drive-bys with you guys.
And we want to do drive-bys with you.
We do.
That's what I want to do here on the motorcycle.
Yeah, just put me in the sidecar, Brad.
Yeah, this game is bonkers.
Jeez.
Whoa.
Oh. That's coordinated.
It's a good get.
I'm
Oh,
so
I
mad
didn't know
about
there
that
was
show. I'm freaking out right now.
Oh.
Fun game.
Oh.
Hit some of the pan.
No, they're saying Xbox One exclusive. Again.
Mixed
what I thought.
messaging.
Sort your language out.
Strange. The lawyers on it.
Exclusive.
The
Console
same
launch
same
exclusive.
thing there.
What is it? What is this language? Descent.
Coffee stain. What is this?
Didn't say world premiere.
No, I feel like I've seen this before.
Dude, this looks
Can't remember
fun.
what it
What
is.
is this?
What?
Dude!
Shotgun. This?
Oh, it's like
It's alright, there's nothing in there.
Didn't spill. Thank
Careful.
goodness.
advanced dig dug.
Huh.
Yeah.
Getting Earth Defense
Dude.
Force vibes.
Sounded like Brad.
Deep
Rock.
Huh.
Dwarves, dude.
Danger, darkness, dwarves.
That looks fun.
Dude, so down. Was there a date there or no?
No.
No.
Holy moly, the games are flying in. This is incredible.
This is what they have to do.
Yeah.
State of Decay?
Yeah, maybe. Likely.
I think so.
What would you do if the world you knew
Seconds.
was gone? All the comforts, the simple pleasures you took for granted. How would you protect yourself?
A lot of
from ones
the
you
post-apocalyptic
Oh yeah.
games here.
Every game is supposed
when
to
the protectors can't even save themselves?
What?
Dude, it's Left 4 Dead.
No way.
Yeah.
You Left 4 Dead would look.
No. That was,
Yeah, you're
that
right,
was a
you're
bait.
right, you're
That
right.
was a bait.
He got me. I bought it.
It's bait.
Army's pulling out. Come on.
I feel this game is a game such about pace that it's a hard game to trailer to a demo like this. Because it's about those moments and that escalation, you know?
Feeling the zombies close around.
Yeah. Dang.
Last truck. Get in.
Last truck.
It looks like it controls so much better than State of Decay.
Want some of this?
Ow. Get him.
Dead Rising style.
Yeah.
How will you decide?
Yeah, the
who
character
belongs?
animations are not.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I owe you.
Faces.
No moving mouth.
Right.
Jones is pissed.
Jones is out. Jones and Kyle are out.
The environment's like.
How will you choose a
Good
place
enough.
to call home?
Dude, base building?
Ooh,
How
yeah.
will you build it?
They got me. It's over. It's done. I'm in.
Work together to defend it. From the terror just outside the walls.
Multiplayer base defense.
When you get hungry, cold, what risks will you take? What mistakes will you make?
Oh.
And the only family you've got is about to tear itself apart. Will you end a life?
Oh.
Or save it?
Please.
This is our only one, but we need everybody we've got.
This is a game built for double crosses.
Yeah.
Motor or boomer, yeah, what they're called.
No, damn it!
When you get in too
Don't
deep
run, just stand.
and realize no one gets a second
Weird.
chance.
They kind of spoiled the title even though it's ended up.
Oh, good kill.
How will you find the strength to carry on?
For a second, I thought you were going to play as that big guy.
Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
We've convinced Huber. State of Decay 2.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that base defense works and like food. Like, can people just eat
In this world
your
of the
food?
living and the dead, how will you survive?
Will they give us a date?
It's available right now. Come on, give us the shadow drops. An axe and a shotgun on the logo.
Spring 2018.
2018.
Got me with
Later
the
than I
logo.
expected.
They got you with like 8 different
Got me
things.
with the good kill. Got me with the base building.
Shotgun.
The double crosses.
What is console launching? Post-apocalyptic zombie game? Survival?
Is this for-
They've been better about that at least. Like they've been cutting away from the
Yeah,
trailer.
yeah. Uh-oh.
that axe though. Here the axe
It's the
continues.
style of Fortnite.
The Huber meta is strong. Oh. Whoopsies.
What?
Oh.
Trying that range filth on me, buddy? That's what he just said.
Whoa, wait. What did she just say? 2 players remaining? Oh.
In the back with an arrow.
Player remaining.
And what a play from the Wounded Warrior. She was caught in a trap, but she used superior tactics to get herself out of there. She's going to take the win. Let's move on to the next arena. Here we're following Bloody Marrow. There's only 2 players left in this particular map. Those tracks are leading up, but that tree is going to give them direct information. That red outline is a mortal unicorn, and he's letting in about 100 meters away now. Looks like he might be crouching or something, but what is this that Bloody Marrow's going to do? Getting ever closer, drawing that beeline, and now he's going to cloak it up. Is he going to walk in through the front door or what? Looks like he's going to sneak in on the back window.
You
Here
know,
we go.
I have trouble controlling the volume of my voice, so.
That's true.
Somebody from Mixer decided to chime
Relatable.
in. That invincibility bubble's gonna help him out and put on the fight of his life. There we go, the next strike on Bloody Marrow. Passing it up forward. There we go. Oh, that was gonna
So
do
wait,
the damage
Mixer's
to the
like
arrow to the belly.
choice chambering
That's gonna be
into
the
this
win for Bloody Marrow. Bloody Marrow wins the round.
Skirmish looked a little awkward.
That looks, yes. That encounter did not look
The
good.
Darwin Project.
I'm out.
Yeah, I wasn't
Not
feeling
super
it.
hyped on that.
Yeah, not really for me. I appreciate the axes, but
Oh, my
Oh my
God.
gosh.
people can sell stuff now?
I'll say it every year. I wish I could build things.
You can.
I'll have to try again.
I believe in you. You could build a barracks. You could put some shotguns in there.
Yeah. True, yeah.
Get big axe.
It doesn't have to be fancy.
Yeah. Just basic structures.
Yeah.
4 walls and a roof.
Yeah.
Believe in
And some
yourself.
guns.
Oh.
Crossplay.
Switch.
Switch.
Oh, weird.
Let's switch, baby.
Unifying Minecraft.
Let's switch to Microsoft.
Hey man, they're all about bringing
Please
community
welcome,
together.
from
Oh, you
Mojang,
gonna
brand
talk about
director Lydia Winters.
She did it last year too.
This summer, millions of Minecraft players will be able to play together on the device of their choice for the first time. Xbox Live will unite the global Minecraft community across mobile, VR, Windows 10 PCs, and consoles. As part of this effort, we're excited to welcome player-made skins, maps, textures, and massive community-run servers into the game itself. Because we know that the amazing content you create makes Minecraft even better. This fall, Minecraft will receive a free 4K update that brings more graphical options to the game. But we didn't stop there. With all this talk about graphics, we're taking things one step further. Today, we're revealing a new look for Minecraft that we're super duper excited for you to try out. One that's inspired by the power of Xbox One X and available this fall. Let's check it out.
Came out the other side.
For sure.
You know,
You've
you
done
know
it.
what I mean?
You've been there.
I've been
You've
there.
done enough.
Did they say this? The Super Duper Graphics Pack was free?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Minecraft in 4K. When the Minecraft team showed me the first version of the game in 4K, I was blown away.
There's too much talking.
Mojang is a great example of a
Minecraft?
studio
No,
that
just
started
everything.
something
Oh,
new
wow,
and different that
Like,
led
definitely
to
too
a
much on
global
Minecraft.
phenomenon.
I thought it'd been shown
At
on
Xbox,
No, yeah,
we're
but
searching for games that are fresh, new, and in some cases familiar. That means ensuring that the biggest third-party franchises you want to play are there for you on Xbox One.
Capcom.
Of course, you'll find these great
Don't,
games in the
dude.
Xbox Store available for pre-order today.
Okay.
Okay.
Pre-order.
Please
But
clap.
bringing the biggest blockbuster franchise is just one part of the job. Delivering broad, diverse, and new games to Xbox means searching to find unique games from creators around the world that will surprise and delight. To me, these next few games do just that. Starting with a game I got to play on a recent trip to Japan. It's hilarious, a little crazy, and a whole lot of fun. Let's take a look at it.
What do you got?
World premiere.
I'm nervous.
I'm nervous too.
I'm so nervous.
So.
Yes! Yes!
I don't like the art style, guys.
Come on, Damian. I don't want to hear that right now.
Yeah, no, that's the last thing I want.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah, that's in game, baby.
Yes.
Dude, yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
I can't believe it's real. That Guilty Gear music.
It looks insane.
Hell yeah.
3v3.
Dude.
Marvel
so
style.
cool.
It looks so slick.
Goosebumps.
Hell yes.
Playing directly on my nostalgia.
Yes.
Playing
Dragon Ball
everyone's
Fighter.
Early 2018.
Yeah. Nostalgia card right there.
Right, yeah.
Exclusive.
It looks fantastic.
It does.
Our system works.
Pearl Abyss.
Standard desolate wasteland. Got it. Check. Oh, okay. Non-desolate areas.
Standard non-desolate.
Standard non-desolate mountains. Check. Snow area. Check.
Snow with the wild animals.
Elk or deer. Dude, wait. That looked like endless forest.
It looks like an MMO.
Whoa.
This looks MMO-y.
Blood, do we know Pearl Abyss? We've never heard of that, right?
It's not familiar to me.
Big boys.
Looks Korean.
Yeah.
No, Black Desert. It's Black Desert.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's Black. It's 100% Black Desert.
Oh, okay.
Yep, there it is. I know those moves.
Those are the moves I do.
Yeah, that's the only thing I ever did in Black Desert.
This is unfamiliar though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She seems cool.
They just get rid of the HUD.
For the trailer.
I'm actually very excited for this. I wanted to check out Black Desert more than I did.
Sure, it's a lot
I
better
did
now
a
than it
character
was.
creator. That
It feels like a weird name for this game.
MMO with like combat, right? Is that the idea?
Yeah. Active combat.
Yeah, act. That's right.
That character creator though.
Yeah, so good. That's the only thing I did this game.
Black Desert.
The MMORPG.
The MMORPG.
Clarification.
MMORPG colon the
Exclusive.
Black Desert.
I want to play Phil Spencer in Dragon Ball.
I thought you were gonna say I want to play as
Phil Spencer in Dragon Ball.
The Saboteur?
No.
I love where your heart's at though.
Yeah. Saboteur 2 would blow me away.
Who's Tim Sora? Dude, yeah,
that
his art
looks
style.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Roth.
Published by Ross. Weird,
I swear I saw it somewhere.
Blade
mix
Runner?
of
I
pixels
saw
Yeah, it
saw
does
some
look
like
slightly
PC
familiar.
and high-res background.
Reminds me of a Devolver game.
This is
Another World 3 or whatever. The Last Night?
The last.
that looks so rad.
That looks real cool.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Exclusive.
Console launch exclusive, though. What does that mean?
Launch is probably
Wow,
there
that looks
first. I don't know.
Oh, it's cool.
Are we sure it was console launch or
It
was
said
it?
console
says
launch.
that, like,
They all said
everyone,
console
yeah.
launch exclusive.
This language is getting to me.
It's very confusing. Annapurna, baby.
Oh.
Dude.
This is sweet.
Beautiful. What is this? Sweet.
All right.
Yeah.
Power of rock.
Rock platform, totally.
I like everything about this.
What is happening?
Please create more platforms for guitar.
What's that weird rock and roll movie that Frank Stevens was?
Oh, Phantom of the...
Phantom, whatever. Yeah.
That kind of reminded me of Hyper Light Drifter though.
The Artful Escape.
Coming when it's damn
Okay.
ready.
That's pretty good. Cool.
All right.
So many trailers, I can't handle this.
Code Vein, okay.
Cutbacks
One for us.
This isn't the same trailer, is it?
No. I still don't know how I feel about the character style.
Oh, I love
I'm
that
into
laugh, Brad.
Xbox One X enhanced.
Didn't they say that about every game?
Yeah.
So that's the funny thing to put on every trailer.
A few reused shots.
Yeah, a lot of that was from the screenshots
Yeah.
and such, yeah.
2018. We knew that.
Okay.
We've scoured the globe meeting with creative artists and development
No,
teams.
yes, I agree. It was-
And I'm often surprised and humbled by their work. Whether it's a story that could only be born of a different land, or artistic design and storytelling that in a single moment can capture your imagination
44
and
games, there's got to
inspire.
be like a 3
There's much to be learned by looking beyond borders. Our first party is also a place of innovation and creativity.
They're actual games.
Today,
Here we go. First party.
I'm excited to share with you an extended look at never-before-seen gameplay from Rare's shared world adventure,
Yes!
Sea of Thieves.
Yes!
You're the way.
Bread and butter, baby. Come on. This is what we're here for.
Show me that treasure.
Dude, so excited for this game.
Voyage
the
of the
joy of a
Secret
new
Shrine.
voyage far across the
There's
sea
our
of
players.
thieves. Just you, the wide open world, and oh well, it's not just you. She's here too. Oh, and this guy's here. But the point is, this is a shared world, ripe for exploring and raiding with your fine pirate crew. Look at them, scurrying around, making themselves useful. That's what we like to see. The world of Sea of Thieves seethes with possibilities, with adventures skulking above and below the waves.
I would like.
All
to
you have to do is jump in and up. There she goes.
Yes! Rex, dude.
Here we go.
Oh,
Get that
Goaty.
treasure.
Things tend to pirate like the siren song of a lootable shipwreck. Careful though, there could be anything down there. Literally, there could be anything. We haven't finished designing it yet. Joking. That was a joke.
That was a joke.
Ah, sunken treasure. It's like a pirate performance bonus. Every player's decisions and discoveries will be different, but however you plan on seeking your fortune, it pays to be prepared. For gigantic lumps of iron, these are surprisingly portable.
I was gonna say, you can't swim with that.
Anyway, better get them back on board while the coast is clear. There's really no sense in pushing your luck down here.
Shark.
Do you have unlimited?
Yeah, can you just breathe forever?
Oh, he went up for air.
Oh, okay.
You gasped, yeah, for sure.
That is not a beast you want to pick a fight with. Yes, it's possible to take on these toothy terrors of the deep, but you're not much used to your crew bitten in two.
He lost the he ditched the treasure.
Yeah, he's making wisdom.
Will we see a kill?
God, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunday
This is gonna be
afternoon.
so much fun.
You were saying you wanted it more defined. I think this is doing an excellent job.
Pirate captain. Pathetic
But it's
day.
still loose and fun. Yeah, this is exactly what I want.
Dude,
If you can play music.
I want to be the guy playing it for
Oh
you.
yeah, you can.
Oh.
You can pull out a
For every
recording.
tense
Oh my God.
standoff, there's a moment of celebration or shared
The wind, I
wonder.
like that.
But for now,
look
stow
at
your
this.
hard-earned loot and enjoy the voyage. On Devil's Ridge beneath the sands, the gold lies hidden from
Nice.
thieving hands.
Yes, dude.
Yes.
Well, that's
Yes,
good.
dude.
Oh, look. Here we are at Devil's Ridge. Nice transition.
Good cut.
And so you shift from the heart of the sea to the island shore, where you'll explore jungles and coves, cliff tops and caverns. Every region has its very own landmarks, and over time you'll uncover hidden shortcuts, abandoned stashes, and vistas that will steal your grog-soaked breath away. And yes, sometimes you'll encounter people who, for whatever reason, would like to blow you into little pieces. That's pirating for you. Keep that pistol primed, because you'll also face the roaming remains of those raiders who came before you, caught short in pursuit of those
Skeletal warriors! Yes! Skeletal warriors!
Yes.
An afterlife of fighting and troublemaking until all your bits fall off. It's what they would have wanted. Now, make sure your crewmates all have a part to play.
Banana for health right there.
Yep, that works. And look, he brought the riddle map.
Riddle map.
Seek the cursed boar shrine where there is no
Dude, can you
sky.
show maps to
It
other
lies in
people?
wait for a light held high. Right, well that's got to be around here somewhere. But if you've got a bad feeling, you can always leave someone on board to brace the ship for a speedy getaway. Decisions.
Oh my gosh.
Looks like they've sniffed out that place where there is no sky.
You gotta get all
Time
9
to
of us
pool
in
your
there.
resources as you plunge into the unknown.
Dude.
It would be easy to come a cropper in these claustrophobic caves. You don't want to wander off track. Unless, of course, you're streaming.
Adios.
And you'll have loads of people in the chat telling you what to do anyway. Don't mind that. It's probably
No,
not.
Hydra.
Just kids. Of course, the Premier Plunder isn't just lying around to be claimed by any old drunken bumbler. You'll need to watch out for likely locations, following your map, clues, and your instincts to make light work of each new mystery.
Whoa.
Light work. Little lantern joke there. You're welcome. Anyway, step 11 paces northwest, through the gloom. Dig my chest from its tomb. And with that, we're one step closer to payday. Then again, some of the loot in these parts has lain undisturbed for a long, long time. That has to be the spot. You can practically taste the treasure.
Nice.
Good call on the double duty shovel work too. That storm outside was nipping at your heels.
That chest looks better too. Legendary loot.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Legendary too.
Of course, the trouble with treasure, as a rule, is that the owners really like to hang on to it.
Oh, skeletal warrior.
If you've got your hands full, it's up to your crew to watch your back.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
You could try to do it by yourself, probably.
And while they're doing that, it's time for another strategic withdrawal with the loot. Nope, not that way. That's it. Easy now.
I'm totally getting
Stop,
lost
keep
in
going.
caves.
Almost
I'll
there.
guide you. I got you, dude.
Next step, it's a doozy.
Don't know. There's gotta be a loot system, you know?
Right.
Treasure has to be viable. Nice. Sweet.
Becca. Yes. Dude.
I know. Give us that release date. That hard release date.
Tonight.
Date.
E3's canceled.
All signs point to yes.
Dude, I've wanted a game like this for so long.
Jolly Pirate Sim? Yeah.
Oh my god.
I can just see all of you doing. Like Huber is launching himself out of a cannon.
Oh yeah.
Regularly beat the odds and get chests back to your ship. You'll be able to turn a tidy profit by trading them in at an outpost.
Yes!
Whoa.
Yes!
A tiny matter of making it through this storm in one piece.
They could have stopped this 6 minutes ago and we would have been happy.
Yeah.
Dude!
Oh, man.
You'll never take our loot.
It's just realistic enough, but just like
Zany.
fun and like ridiculous.
Do you think
enough.
you could like zip line? To
She's repairing the
other
ship.
planets?
Yeah, you have to go down and plug holes.
Yeah. Guns Victory. Climb into cannon.
Yes!
Yeah!
Yes!
Oh my god.
Huber, dude, that's you.
But then I'll die.
I think you just go in the water.
I'll take as many as I can with me, but I'm going
Dude, this
down.
is so awesome. Oh.
Oh, they turn like ghosts.
I bet they've got the damage turned up.
He got shot and his health went down like
Pirate life is
3/4.
here on the Sea
Mutiny
of
Max.
Thieves.
Dude, now
You
they
can live
have
yours
it.
however you want. So rally your crew.
I
Swear
love light
your
going
oaths
through
and
those
set
waves.
sail for riches and infamy. Become a pirate of legend.
Oh, no way. Oh, you're gonna miss it.
Just try not to be this one.
Oh
Yeah!
Early teen. All right. Oh my god.
Fair enough.
Oh, yes.
Dude.
Yes!
Luke Arnold, I hope you're watching.
Game of the show so far.
Yeah, we're gonna stream that with Luke.
All right.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Some music.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tacoma. Did they change the art style on that?
Yeah, or I don't know if we saw people before.
No, I don't think we did.
But I
it
think
was
even the
just
environments look
environment.
different.
Yeah.
Exclusive. World premiere.
See, that says console exclusive instead of console launch exclusive.
Conquer?
Conquer.
Yeah.
Back?
Wait.
Oh, wait.
No, it's Conquer.
Lucky.
Ah, coins were collected, baby.
Yep.
Yep. But this is Oculus, right?
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
I think
Is
you're
this
right.
Lucky's tail?
Yeah.
Two?
I think that is right.
Because they think it's cool that the stage is all over.
Yeah, I mean this thing is kind of moving around the stage.
Expected to. I like my hands out sometimes.
Come on!
I actually appreciate this camera move. I like that.
Lots of coins.
There you go,
Looks like
Brad.
it looks
That
like
was for
Lucky's
you,
tail.
right?
I don't remember.
That was exciting.
We'll play.
This game looks cute.
It looks cute.
Look at that guy.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Oh, yeah. This is awesome.
This one's
I
console
really like those ghosts.
Yeah.
I'm really curious though if this is gonna lead into Oculus announcement.
Little ghost crash. We're in trouble.
Yeah.
Croc with a top hat.
The way you said cool croc was fantastic.
Super Lucky Tail.
Super.
Play anywhere title.
Good call, bud.
But again, it's odd that they're sort of announcing the game in the lore.
Yeah. So it goes between like this 2D and side scroller.
Some generations.
Yeah. All right.
Sweet.
Forever
We'll
spin
do
it.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah.
So that's launching with hardware.
Exclusive.
This is not.
See, now they're saying console
Relentless.
exclusive, so there is
Wow.
a difference.
There you go.
There it
Here
is.
we go.
Yeah.
Just give us a release date.
It's below.
Please. Shadow drop.
It's
I'm
a new
begging
Doom.
you. I'm begging you. It is time.
Ah, it looks
Yes.
Pretty close.
Okay.
A date.
We have
It
a game.
exists.
Finally.
It's a game.
We've entered a new era.
A hard date. Thank you.
Yeah. And it's close.
Really
Yeah,
wanted
it's
to
not
play
too
it
bad.
tonight,
Exclusive.
though. It's like so hard set on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sumo Digital.
Well,
Crackdown.
Starring Terry Crews.
Awesome.
They killed the power around the world. We're gonna light it back up because this is
Oh my
far
God.
from over.
What?
In fact, it's only just begun. That's why we brought in you. You got the talent. Now you need the tech. 3, 2, 4. Today, you throw grenades. Boom. Tomorrow, you'll be throwing cars. Forget dropping bombs.
I mean,
you drop.
he fits Crackdown.
No,
so
it's
well.
perfect.
It's perfect.
Now it's time to get to work. Time to step.
This editing is good.
Whoa!
He's really selling me on
he's
this.
selling
Does he come out on stage?
Welcome to the agents.
Dude, if he falls out of the ceiling, oh. Interesting graphical style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Did the other ones have this?
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's all about movement.
Agility.
Or get those orbs.
Yeah.
Dude, this actually looks kind of fun.
Yeah, they.
Whoa.
Whoa, is that triple?
Was that reworked the same?
Yeah, was
Yeah.
that
Diagonal?
local? Oh my god, is that local co-op?
I don't know. That's
No,
like
yeah.
that's
yeah.
different, I think.
Okay.
November?
Can you make characters in real life?
Some people never have trouble. That's why they don't know what the struggle is. I don't pay the cost. And laid off the boss. Analyze my losses. Now take it
Fun trailer.
Yeah, very like comic booky, I guess, kind of with
Yeah.
the panels.
Yeah.
For that one.
The gravity gun thing.
I hope this is one they talk more about.
They have to.
They have to.
Out now.
Step up your boom.
They just have pyrotechnics on the
November
stage.
Another launch.
November 7th, yep.
Launch
Is
day.
November 7th the launch day of this game?
Yeah.
And X?
That's the way to do it.
Is that it?
Just one more.
Ending on Crackdown?
Seems like it.
No, this is how they get up to 44. Yeah, they're launching.
Cyrus.
This is the montage.
Hey. Unruly hero.
That. Back to the Exile.
Surviving Mars.
Oh, yeah, that's like that builder.
Yeah. There's that Fable game.
Card game, yeah.
Looks different, though.
Oh,
Observer, dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm stoked for you guys.
Rebel Craft. Oh,
Dunk
Lord.
Lord?
Dude.
Okay. Minion Masters. Oh, there's Fallout. I get emails about it all the time, but
Dark and Light?
yeah.
First one we did Strange Brigade, that was Sniper Elite thing.
That's Rebellion guys.
Oh, what's this?
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
However, yeah.
Huh.
Okay.
So that got him up to like 30 or something.
Come on, you gotta give us one more.
Yeah.
I always
What do
just
you
want
got?
that one
One
more.
more.
We haven't seen
At
it happen yet. We
Xbox,
know that
it's
this-
not
yeah.
just
Yeah.
about finding creative artists. It's about empowering them and nurturing them, helping shine a light
Boy, that
on
mixer
their
message is
work,
coming up a lot.
making it easy
Yeah,
for them
they're
to build
pushing
and
mixer.
share their creations.
Why do you end
That's
it?
why the ID at Xbox program is so important to us. The team has released over 500 games on Xbox One and Windows 10 through the ID at Xbox program. And this is not just a milestone for the program and the independent developer community. It's a milestone for everyone who loves great games. I hope you're reminded today why it's so great to be a gamer on Xbox. Action, adventure, story, skill, surprise. These next few games bring it all together. Let's start with a game whose stylistic approach alone makes it something very special.
Persona 5 Xbox
Exclusive.
One.
And it's
Launch
a console
again.
launch exclusive.
Could be the.
Annapurna. We're going into games, man.
Yeah.
They're like all about it now.
The dark is older than the light.
That's an old dock.
At last a day dawned, and we rose with this first light.
Yeah, I thought so
for
too.
a
For a
second.
second. Yeah. I don't think so.
But that light
Sure
was
there's
a
a lower
betrayal,
tell us what it is.
only fleeting.
Ooh, gaping dragon.
Whoa!
Spiders, man.
Ben, look away.
No, I'm alright.
In its wake, the night returned to claim us.
Oh,
I read this.
yeah.
After lifetimes, the
No
light
faces.
rose again.
They just cut out
Faint
the whole
and
middleman.
vulnerable.
Yeah.
We don't have the technology. No faces.
I think it's so unreal.
Whoa.
We will live in the new light rather than just survive in the dark. This rebirth will end our wandering.
Was that a...
Whoa, dude.
Oh, that's Ashen.
Ashen.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Very intriguing.
Got me on that one.
Yeah.
On the hook.
On the hook. You got it.
Shadow
World
drop.
premiere.
Damiani.
What?
Oh!
It's Life is
Life is
Strange.
Strange.
Oh!
Yes!
Yes!
Yes! Prequel, I heard.
Really?
We'll see. That was the leaks. Oh, that's her room. Chill. Train.
Rachel?
Shadow drop first episode right now.
August 31st.
Oh, it's
So
only
three
three
episodes?
episodes.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So she wouldn't have her
Strange
time
with-
control powers yet?
Please
No,
welcome
it's not.
from
it's
Monolith
code or
Productions,
not.
Vice President
yeah.
of Creative, Michael DePlatter.
Sweet.
Oh, here's
I'm so happy they get to
Shadow War. Nice.
Very stressed.
Here we go, Huber.
Tried to
Straight into it.
humiliate me. You left your mark on me, but it
They
didn't
welcome
work.
the guy and then just
You
cut the
burned my
gameplay?
mind down.
Yeah.
I'll kill you. Until this moment, you have not known suffering.
I'm very excited for this.
I've had enough of your mouth, Bruce. So now I'm gonna kill you for all these orcs to see.
Always said you were an optimist. Know what that is, mate? It's about sizing up a situation that's bloody impossible and saying, yeah, all right, I'll have a go.
Yankees right here.
Wow.
Dude, Bruce the Chopper joining my crew.
These guys actually talk a little too well.
Bruce wins immediately.
Oh!
Just not much of a fight there.
I'm putting all of my money into Bruce.
Cannonball.
In Shadow
Breath
of
of the Wild.
Mordor, we introduced a way to create unique personal stories for every player. And in Shadow of War, we're expanding the Nemesis system. 2 new features we're really excited about are forging an army of followers and Nemesis fortresses. Here, we'll use the Ring of Power and recruit this Olog, Bruce the Chopper, to expand our army. Then, we're going to assault a fortress controlled by one of Sauron's overlords.
Oh, that was nasty.
In your review, there will be an entire paragraph dedicated to orc banter.
And to Bruce.
Yeah.
Oi! Reckon you're going to skewer me. That little sword's good for a tickle, maybe. But you're gonna need more than that to
Time
take
of his
me
life
down.
right now.
Nice one, Ranger.
Ooh.
That's disappointing. Dominate the breeze.
Never happened to me before.
Now it's a dating scene.
Serve the bright Lord now.
Bright Lord, Dark Lord. Same thing, really. It results me ripping spines out, which I like to do anyway, so either way's a win. A fine addition to our army. Name's Bruce. From here on out, I will be your shadow. No one gets to you without my say-so.
Don't worry about my
Is there
enemies.
Bruce DLC?
They'll all follow eventually.
You want to plant your flag in Mordor, you'll need to do it deep. There's a fortress nearby. They say it's ruled by a 2-headed troll big as a mountain and deadly smart. Which, well, I guess he'd have to be given the 2 heads. You take him down, you'll send a message to Sauron and get yourself some nice new digs as part of the bargain.
I'm warming to him. If Bruce dies, I'm safe scumming.
Gather your troops. Will do. Ooh, just make sure you let me pop his heads off, won't ya?
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
The
So we already have a
personality!
few loyal followers in our army. And recruiting Bruce means we're ready to assault the fortress and overthrow the Overlord.
Top 10 characters.
We're enormously expanding the open world of Mordor to new regions like Saragost and Cirith Ungol. Mordor's a massive, living, breathing world filled with orc society, tribes, and wildlife, as well as stories and secrets.
You cleaved me in 2. Any other orc would have died, but I survived. More than that, I thrived. My brothers put me back together, stronger than ever.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
That's what I am. You did. You created the machine.
With your face not changing at all.
So we've just been ambushed by the machine. He's tracked us across Mordor seeking vengeance.
Hello,
One of the
Scorpion.
7 new orc tribes we've added.
Machine will grind you to
Bruce.
Yeah.
I hate big things. Finally. You dishonor the Styrians.
Instead of killing the machine, we'll dominate him so we can take advantage of his abilities during the fortress assault.
You take out the Overlord,
But before we charge headfirst into battle, we should plan our attack and select our followers.
I was just thinking that. What's the...
Yeah.
None, I think. I think the whole point is to try to recruit everybody.
Well, do you have a limit? So maybe you have to pick and choose.
You have to feed them all.
Level 89.
If they don't have enough meat, they go crazy.
Who's front and center?
Bam.
Kuno Nokinuk, Hozrako Tagis, Sandimiko! My black speech is a little rusty. Actually, I don't know a single word, which is a pain in the ass. But to hazard a guess, he said you're all gonna die horribly. My kind of black.
I will handle the Overlord. You focus on the defenders.
Define focus.
Charisma.
There are unlimited ways to forge your story and conquer Mordor in Shadow of War. And we can't wait to show you more this week at E3. Thank you very much.
Exclusive world premiere.
Yeah.
Well,
Whoa. Yep, it is. There he is, Gareth.
Looks so good.
That's beautiful, yeah.
Tortoise. Turtle. Frog creature. That's why I forget how the first one is. Don't spoil it.
I never even played it.
That's good.
I want to.
That's good.
Ben McCoy.
I'm into it. Glowy ones don't count.
I'm in it.
Which ones don't?
Glowy ones don't count.
Oh,
Boy, that mix pot stuff kind of kills the vibe.
yeah, get out of here, mix pot.
Yeah. Pulling at my heartstrings right now.
Oh, damn.
Oh no.
Bruce comes in.
Dorial.
It's just a feather owl. Oh, damn.
Oh.
Guardians of Kahul. That is pretty sick.
Kind of reminded of the Chozo.
Chozo. Get emotional.
Yeah. Excellent
Will
trailer.
of the Wisps.
Visually dazzling.
The Dead Owl.
That'll be great. That'll be
Ori
fantastic.
affirms my
First one
belief
for free?
in the beauty, artistry, and heart within the art of gaming. We believe that games,
We're at an hour and a
like
half now
books,
already.
movies, and music, should be celebrated and enjoyed by countless generations. We're passionate about preserving and celebrating the games you own, the classics of the past, and the genres you love to play. That's why 2 years ago, we launched the Xbox Backward Compatibility Program to bring Xbox 360 games to your Xbox One. And we've seen tremendous growth in the program. Today, our library of games stands at 385 titles, and over half of Xbox One gamers have played a backward compatible game. But I've heard your feedback and you want more. Today, I'm pleased to announce an exciting expansion to the program.
There it is, original.
Yeah.
Nice. Play that Otogi.
Togi.
It's a good move.
Crushing it.
It's a good move.
Yep.
Right after those
Our team
PlayStation
of
comments as well.
engineers are working hard to bring us some of your favorite original Xbox game to today's Xbox One library, including a fan favorite that I'm asked about often by the community, Crimson Sky.
Yeah. Yes.
And it looks great. And like the Xbox 360 games, OG games will look better and play better across the Xbox One family. We'll have more to share about this program when it launches later this year. I'm proud of the library of games available today on Xbox One. All of them will benefit from the performance and power when you play them on Xbox One X. But we won't stop there. I'm excited to announce that if you own Gears of War 4, Forza Horizon 3, Killer Instinct, Halo Wars 2, or Minecraft, we'll be providing 4K updates to these titles for free.
So it was Gears 4, Forza Horizon 3, Killer Instinct,
And we
Halo Wars 2,
already
and what else?
have
Minecraft.
over 30 titles from our third-party
They already
partners
covered.
that are planning to provide free updates as
saw
part of our
Skyrim in there.
Xbox One X
Home front,
enhanced
the
program.
Revolution.
Titles
Resident Evil 7.
like
Honestly,
Final
15.
Fantasy 15,
I'm very skeptical about that.
Resident Evil
Fair.
7, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands,
Jones
and
Zone.
Rocket League, just to name a few. This means you probably already have a large library of titles that you own today that will automatically get better on Xbox One X. Today, we showcase some of the world's greatest creators with a lineup of different types of games for every type of gamer. We showed you the largest and most diverse lineup of new games that have ever appeared on our stage. From every corner of the globe, from developers large and small. 42 games, including 22 with console exclusivity on Xbox One.
Haven't done twice either.
And you're also going to be able to
Dodging it.
play all of the biggest cross-platform blockbusters on Xbox One. And every game will play great across the Xbox One family, and on Xbox One X runs every single game you've seen even better. So if you haven't joined the Xbox One family, now's the time. This week, you'll find Xbox One S available in the US for $249. And on November 7th, we'll begin worldwide rollout of Xbox One X, the world's most powerful console, at $499.
There it is.
There it is.
Be the first to
Twice the
experience
price.
unrivaled power and performance on the Xbox One.
Pro is how much? 400?
Yep.
Yeah.
We close today's show by looking to the future
If it doesn't come
with a
with
really
big
great
display,
partner.
that's nuts.
They've been with us from the earliest days of Project Scorpio, and they're building an incredible game that takes advantage of the power and performance of the Xbox One family and the new Xbox One X. Please welcome Patrick Sutherland, Executive Vice President, EA Worldwide Studios.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, this is Anthem.
It's back.
New IP is the lifeblood of our industry. It's also risky. At EA, we have teams dreaming up a lot of projects, and only the greatest will make it their way to you. And that's okay. It's all a part of the creative process. And it's worth it, because when you find something special, there's no better feeling as a developer than introducing players to a brand new world. And as a player, there's no better feeling than losing yourself in a completely new experience. Our developers at BioWare have been creating something truly special. A huge open world that is lush, savage, mysterious, and ever-changing. Filled with interesting characters and new types of gameplay you'll enjoy with your friends for years to come. This is what's possible when we take an extraordinary vision and combine it with the latest technologies and hardware. Amazing concepts become possible. Great ideas become reality. So here we are, and we are so excited to share this with all of you. On behalf of the team at BioWare, let's see what this game looks like running on an Xbox One X. Here's John Warner from BioWare to show you Anthem.
Hi, I'm John Warner, game director for Anthem. Here is the world premiere of Anthem's gameplay.
Hey. Oh, what?
Freelancer.
Fraxley,
Listen, there's trouble. Big trouble.
what did you do?
Mistake. I hired some people. They weren't freelancers. I know. They said they could handle it, and the price was right. I thought maybe...
Unbelievable.
You're right. It was stupid. I'm sorry. But they're still out there. Somewhere. If you could just bring them back. Anything you need.
In the world of Anthem, you and your friends are freelancers, the heroes who leave the safety of the walls of Fort Tarsus to explore the unknown and protect humanity. Let's join two players as they head out on an expedition.
Hey, Paul. You ready to go?
We're just grabbing some supplies. Just about ready.
What are you going to use today?
I decided to go with the Colossus.
I'm going to use my Ranger. Try out some new upgrades.
So the suit is your class. Seems.
Yeah.
Every player will own an array of exosuits we call Javelins. These suits give players superhuman capabilities and are heavily customizable so they look and play how you want.
You can class swap.
Bam. Looking good. Nice. You've
Yeah,
got a
you
mortar
said collection,
equipped.
so yeah.
Yeah, I got it on the weekend. You lead the way, I'll follow.
So these are the players talking?
This is
Avatar.
a vast open world you explore with your friends. Each Javelin exosuit has its own unique playstyle. The Ranger is balanced and all-purpose, while the
Please don't make this
Colossus
fly
is a
forever.
tanking powerhouse.
All right.
It's like a wingsuit.
Let's see what's up here.
Sure is Avatar.
I like how the suit burns.
The world of Anthem is hostile, and threats can come from any direction. It's a dynamic world where the unexpected is around every corner.
Very Mass Effect.
Yeah, he seems like a problem for another day.
Nope.
We're getting some fire from ahead.
I'll go low. You flank.
Oh.
What?
Deadlines?
What?
Game feels like next gen.
Hang in there. Almost there.
Shoddy.
Have you been in there yet?
I haven't. Oh, we should do that later with Kim.
Yeah, you could use the XP. Hello, treasure.
scripted, off-the-cuff player dialogue. Very funny to me.
Yeah.
I think we got some
Yeah, 'cause it's like this weird line of like, is that a character or a person?
Well, at first I was like, they changed the voice actor for the woman halfway through the thing, but then I was like, oh no, it's player now.
Yeah.
You can equip your Javelin exosuit with gear that brings devastating power to combat.
Jeez. What?
Oh, there are a lot of scars down there. Oh, the scars have a heavy.
Time to use that mortar.
Do it, Paul.
Give me some covering fire. There's a bunch more coming in.
Okay, I'll get this round.
What?
Oh, that's so fun.
That is
cool.
really cool.
I like how they laugh after they kill a bunch of guys.
Oh, come on. Be something good.
Random loot.
Oh, yes. Jerry's wrap.
Oh, nice.
Large-scale world events like Shaper Storms are dynamic and pull you off the beaten path with the promise of new stories to discover.
Oh, shipper storm incoming. Okay, actually, let's get some more people. Hold on a sec.
Dude, storms. Cam, you
guys,
need
what's
that
up?
XP.
Hey, what's happening?
I'm right behind you.
Whoa.
I like that it's third person too.
This story
Yeah.
is getting crazy.
Talking about that world here.
Freedom and weak destiny.
So what are we supposed to do? Fly into it?
Whoa.
All right, let's do this.
Whoa, who's that?
I don't know. She's awesome.
What kind of class is that? I want to be that guy.
Whoa, are they
Our
like
story
going
is out there.
interdimensional?
What if that's like a raid or something?
Sweet.
Inside the Storm in 2018.
Great.
Anthem, dude.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll play it.
Closing montage.
Closing Montague.
Feel true excited.
I'll try.
Okay.
That was pretty excited.
Yeah.
For a bunch of things.
Was it true though?
Yeah.
Was it true?
Feel
True exhilaration?
I think for Huber it was.
What?
God save these.
A lot of things. A lot of things.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
Is that We Happy For You there for a second?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
You said there's some stuff they didn't mention. I don't know how I feel about this song.
Rog, get an ending shot.
That's it.
We don't go back.
Yep.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Oh, what?
Yeah, they mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, it's, we have to
Do
go
we
mixers.
wait
Wait.
and watch the Sea of Thieves stream?
I'll
Or do we
listen to
do-
this music
Maybe
for a
just put it
second.
on in the
I'll
background.
listen to this
Yeah.
music
Yeah.
for a second.
Yeah, yeah.
No, they're doing it on a different channel.
It's
Yeah,
on
it's a
mixer.
Oh, I see.
Gotta sell that mixer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Let's open the floodgates.
That was-
Wowzers.
There's a lot to
Whoa.
digest.
Yes.
Ton of games.
We
That was meaty.
that was meaty. In fact, like
That
I'm
was
just
like some
trying to
baby
recall
back ribs.
everything that they talked about.
Sure. Yeah. So I have a bunch of names down here that I'm like, what was that again?
Yeah, I've got
Turn this down so
I've got
there's no echo.
6 pages, I think. Yeah, I've got 6 pages.
6 pages. Wow.
Let's start with the first things that come to mind. Give me your one major highlight of the entire
Metro's
show. Metro?
back. Metro's back.
Why Metro? That was early, and
yes.
it's still your biggest highlight of the whole thing.
Sea of Thieves, Eber.
Sea of Thieves, of course. Well, Metro because it was a surprise. You know, we had heard rumblings that we were going to get another Metro at some point.
Right.
I'm a big fan of the first 2 games, and it was just that set the tone. That was I love.
Didn't leak.
Exactly.
Was the right time.
Didn't leak. You know,
Looks gorgeous.
Like E3, I love E3 for moments like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, what is this game? What is the game? Metro's back. Like that was a big moment for me.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Ian?
Sea of Thieves and Anthem, for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, Sea of Thieves, I'm so excited for that.
Absolutely.
What did it say? Spring? Or early
2018.
2018. Yeah, very excited for Sea of Thieves. It looks like so much fun, and we're going to stream the hell out of it.
What I like about the Sea of Thieves is I feel like they covered so much ground.
Yeah.
I have a much better idea of what that game is, and all of it is exactly what I want to be doing. I want you to come up to me and be like, hey, what's this riddle? I found this map, and then we go off and we search for treasure. I don't even know what else I would want out of that game.
I still have the question though of the end game. That's really the only question.
Sure.
You know, why am I just collecting this loot in Sea of Thieves for loot's sake and to just build a better ship and have better gear? Is that and if that is
that's
true?
a good question.
If that's
a good point.
If that is the case, is that enough?
And the other
where
thing,
there's no real end
I wouldn't
game.
be
It's
surprised
just
if we have like pirate factions and stuff like that, like player clans.
I think there'll be like somewhat of a story, probably. Maybe there's like a raid or something that you do. I don't know.
There's some high level locations that you kind of need to gear up
some
for
island,
to go to. That'd be enough for me.
Do you worry that Sea of Thieves is a game that would suffer if it had too many systems and too many mechanics, where you would lose sort of that open exploration? Yeah,
I mean, I like how easygoing it looks.
Right.
And they showed the map and they said you can take this loot and sell it, trade it at an outpost and stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if it is kind of like more of like an Elite Dangerous kind of situation where there are a lot of missions and you can do all kinds of stuff and the story is there, but it's more ambient.
And I think a lot of it comes down to how big that world actually is.
Right. The map looked pretty big.
I don't necessarily need a story, but you know, I want to care about.
You don't want to be done in a week,
and I want to care about what I'm doing. Like, when I find a treasure chest, I want it to feel substantial.
Oh,
yeah, absolutely.
So.
But down there, they were showing like 4 feeds at the same time on that screen. That's interesting.
Brad, how about you? What was your highlight?
Sea of Thieves, dude. I've been waiting for that game.
2 votes for Sea of Thieves.
So long. A game like that, dude.
Yeah.
Man, you can just sit around and go grab the treasure. Dude, they showed exactly what I wanted.
Yep.
Wanted to see me get that map, go get some treasure, dude. Like, and everyone had a role to play kind of that adventure. Like, there's one person just holding the lantern.
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome. The guy just sitting on the boat waiting, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
them calling out, like, hey, maybe it's good to leave somebody behind on that ship, and them coming out.
But someone will steal your
Someone
ship.
can come steal your boat. How cool is that?
I'm going to steal so many boats.
I hope the underwater, there's a lot. It's like dense down there. There's a lot to do underwater.
It looked big.
Actually, when it comes to criticism, there's one thing I'm a little bit worried about. That I was not 100% sold on the sword fighting.
Yeah, it did.
It
That
looks-
was like the weakest aspect of it.
Right. And I'm not saying it has to be elaborate, but in a game where it is the joy of being a pirate, you want it. You don't want it to feel awkward. You don't want it to. You finally get there. You finally get to that ship, and then you don't want that moment on the deck.
It's first person though. It's like that's really hard to do well.
It's a balance of being first person, and you want it to feel good, but it also has to work really well over the network.
Right.
Like, because it's multiplayer.
And be simple enough.
I think the shooting looked fine.
The shooting looked
it looked fine.
Yeah.
And the naval combat looked exceptional.
It did. It looked fun. It looked fun.
Yeah.
Blood?
Launching
You also on the Sea of Thieves train?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, just there's so much stuff. I think Forza 7 I think did enough to really like get longtime fans excited. You know, things like the dynamic weather and and
Puddles.
again, like I was saying, like having Porsche there is a big deal because that's been sort of a thorn in the side for racing fans. You know, like Porsche not being in Gran Turismo, you know, and then not really being in Forza, and then coming in as like this later download pack that you have to pay a bunch of money for.
Yeah.
So to have it there day one, like that took some work on their part, and then bringing Ori out there like with the music,
That was great.
Know, not dwelling on it too much,
Yeah.
just like having Gareth there playing
Classy.
piano. It's pretty nice.
There were a lot of things that I was excited about, but I was most assured that Ori would just be an excellent experience.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, for me, I think I was a little bit more into Anthem than I was expecting to be.
Yeah. Same.
Huber, you said to me once that yes, Destiny is big, but there's still a lot of room there. To me, the way that game looked, the way that it controlled all of the abilities with the different suits, how big the world seemed just flying around, that's something I feel like I could immediately spend a lot of time in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If you can swap suits around like that,
right?
That differentiates it from Destiny in a big enough way for me that I think it would be worth checking it out.
Yeah.
Well, one of the biggest things is that Destiny launches in a few months. This comes out next year, so it's competing with Destiny 2 directly, but also not, because Destiny 2 will have been out for a long time.
Sure.
By then, a lot of people will probably have put it down by then, and then.
And I'm extremely happy that it's third person.
Absolutely.
That's a good.
Yes.
And the world seems big and complex enough to where it doesn't feel like you're just looking down at a bunch of routes. Like that jungle is super thick, and it can take a lot to explore. And I think it's gonna be one of those games where you're gonna have to be focused on your objective, because there's no way to just dig through everything.
I hope, right? Because the little channels of jungle that they were going through did seem like fairly narrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like it could be a situation where it's like a lattice of paths, or it's like that's
where
the
you
path.
you can't really go into the background.
Yeah. I hope you can go wherever you want, but.
It looked like it was first person when you're inside that wall or whatever they call it now. When
you
get into
it's the reverse of Destiny when you're in the
it is straight up the reverse
cheeky.
of Destiny. You're right. That's hilarious.
Another game that was
Step it up,
looked surprisingly good was Crackdown 3.
Yeah.
Like really good refresh on how that.
Yeah, dude.
Sold me on it.
That's the way to introduce that game.
Yeah.
Reintroduce.
Yeah.
I think a really smart decision is how many of these things are launching in conjunction with Xbox One X.
Yeah. Crackdown 3 is launching with Xbox. Yeah.
So wait, I want to know: are they separate packaging for the games, or are they just all Xbox One games?
Yeah. They play on anything.
Okay.
Right.
It's like Pro.
Okay.
Yeah. But just having a bunch of games come out on the same day makes it feel less like an iterative launch and more like a console launch.
Yeah.
Lowlights, I've got one if you guys are struggling to think of any. The Darwin Project. That was that.
What happened?
Oh, that arena fighting game or
right.
battle game? Yeah, it looked not great. It's good.
I feel like it was I'm struggling to think of other games, but I think it was the only game for me where the trailer didn't sell me on its concept. Like, I don't know what it is, and I don't know why I would want to play it.
And I don't care.
And the Shoutcaster could have been okay, but it just muddled the message even more, I feel like.
Yeah, because it sort of felt like you're going for more of a stealth kills or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
But then if some guy's shouting over you playing stealthy,
also,
it's kind of weird.
There's been a trend in past E3s where, to me anyway, it seems like becoming an esport is something that kind of like the community decides. Like, your game is good enough, the community gets big enough, we play it enough that it becomes an esport.
Yep.
You don't get to decide that you're a Shoutcaster game, I feel like. You don't get to come out the gate and be like, we're the hot new thing. It's like, no, you're not. We'll tell you if you are.
Yeah.
And I get personally offended when anyone with an axe gets shot in the back with an arrow. So, red flag there.
That was cool, though, like an invisible person in that trap. Like, I don't know.
But speaking to that, Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
Coming out there.
Yeah. Good move.
Yeah.
Very good move.
Good move.
Made me want to play it with you guys
Console
tonight.
launch exclusive. We can. It's on PC.
I know.
I think console launch exclusive is a little like, what the heck?
Console
the
language
trying to
there.
differentiate between not exclusive at all in any capacity, console launch exclusive, and then explicitly exclusive. I don't even trust my own notes here.
Well, because they were saying console launch exclusive for the majority, like the first
Right.
hour,
They
and
had
then all of a sudden there were a couple that said console exclusive, and I was like, oh, okay, so there is a difference.
And then in the case of PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, they said just exclusive, and then they said console launch exclusive, and then again they said exclusive.
Yeah, it's very
very difficult to keep track of.
Perhaps intentionally murky. Like, console launch exclusive seems like that kind of intentionally nebulous phrasing where it's like it's exclusive for a week and then it comes, like, you don't know.
Right.
You don't know.
Kind of what we said with EA, another thing that I thought was done really well during this conference is nothing lasted too long.
Yeah.
The spec talk didn't last too long. The Minecraft part didn't last too long.
They only said teraflops once.
Yeah, I think I counted twice.
Counted.
Yeah.
Their specs were like 4.5 minutes or so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Minecraft was the longest.
Minecraft was too long.
But I totally get it. It's
huge.
I think it was less egregious than last year.
Yeah, and it's a huge game. Like, my friend's son still plays that game every day.
Yeah.
Like, Minecraft is massive.
But-
I can't really knock him, but it was maybe
showing the
a few
Switch.
minutes too long. The Switch in there
on the
was
Xbox
funny.
conference is pretty funny.
No, I mean I think that was part of the point though, is that
that
you
is
could
the
play
point.
with everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
There's a lot to talk about. There's still a lot of games we didn't cover, but the question that I want to ask you is, now that we've solidified the $4.99 price point, do you feel any differently about the Xbox One X? Do you think they made a convincing case for it during this press conference?
During this press conference, I was like, "Whoa! The games are the bread and butter of a console." Yeah, so like, they were showing a lot of really promising games.
Mhm.
Only
Yeah.
one that looked kind of meh to
Yeah.
me. Like, and others are like maybe not in my taste. Like State of Decay, I'm not interested, but it doesn't look bad. And like,
I think they could have done a better job with State of Decay.
I think they could have, but the game doesn't look like outright And so like, yeah, I was like, oh, Xbox X, I'd be interested. Interested, but 500 is for me is too much. Like, I didn't buy a PlayStation Pro either, so it's like.
So you would be on board, but it's just too prohibitively expensive.
If it was 400, I would be more inclined.
I agree. 500.
But also, yeah, I've also already have a Windows 10 machine. So like, Sea of Thieves, Anthem, like Anthem might be is going to be on PlayStation as well. So like the games I really really want to play, I can already play.
500 is too much for me personally. It would take a few really, really big games running noticeably better on the machine for me to even consider purchasing it. Because I also have a computer that runs fairly well. So,
yeah.
Do you agree, Blood?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, it's it's just really just about logistics. I don't have a Pro yet either. I think, once I have the budget for that, I probably will get a Pro and an X. That name though.
Yeah.
That name. That's a mouthful.
I don't love
I just want to call it the
One
X.
Xbox One.
The Xbox
Maybe that's what they
One
want.
X.
Brad, are you telling me that you're not going to play Dragon Ball Fighters on a Xbox One X?
I'm telling you that.
Okay.
I'm cool.
So you kind of fall in line with these opinions?
I don't need one. Like, my PC is more powerful than that console.
Here's something that I want to say about the X presentation that I think is interesting is on the Easy Allies podcast and in other avenues as well, we've said that the X needs to have huge exclusives, and they took a totally different route here where it's not that you have a couple of bombshells. It's just, no, we want to give you the sense that if you buy this thing, you have a ton to play.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that's
Which
I
is
think
probably
that's actually
right.
a pretty effective message.
Yeah.
Not only a ton to play, but playing it better than the competitors.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I
think Anthem and Assassin's Creed both are games where it's like, okay, we've only seen this on X.
Right.
What is it gonna look like on other platforms?
And to follow that up, do you think that because they're saying, hey, you can play this in 3 different ways and there's a lot coming from us, that it matters too much if you don't feel like you need an Xbox X right now? That the message is still, we have a ton of games coming and you're not excluded? Do you think that's a good message?
Yeah, I think so.
I liked that they called it the Xbox Family, which I think
really
probably
good.
might even include PC in their
Yeah, it does.
minds. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I just mean like in the language. I think that's the right message because it's not excluding Xbox One or Xbox One S users, but he was always like, it'll be better on the X, and maybe better on PC. I mean, if I'm more likely at this point to spend $500 on a better graphics card than I am on an X, but like, I'm excited to play these games, which is great. Like previous Xbox conferences, I would be interested in 5 or 6 of the games tops, maybe. I was interested in most of these, which is great, and I think that's what they needed because that's been the narrative is Xbox doesn't have enough games.
Absolutely, I would 100% agree with that. I've had points a couple of times this year is why do I still have an Xbox One. There's not
Right.
what am I excited about to play on it specifically? But now I have Sea of Thieves. Now I have Ori. Now I have, now I can play Black Desert on a console, and that's kind of exciting. It's a free to play game, right? So it's not a huge investment for me to check it out.
I think it is. I saw it on Steam and it had a $10 price tag for some reason. Maybe there's some
beginner
whatever. Yeah.
Founders pack.
Founders
Yeah.
Founders
But I thought it was free to play. But yeah.
I feel like they did a good job of differentiating themselves from the competition, and I think that is a huge success.
And they breezed through the technical specs.
They did.
That was the perfect way to do it.
That was easy breezy.
Do it up
Came
front.
out. He felt passionate. He laid out all the specs efficiently. There was a little montage video behind him. Bullet points. Boom, boom, boom. Onto the games.
And the thing being so small is crazy.
Yeah. Very cool.
Wow. Yeah. The size.
I don't know. I think the liquid cooling is probably part of that.
Part of that, yeah.
But man,
how do you feel about the controller? Same one. You cool with that?
I think, yeah. Again,
no
in
Elite
terms
for
of,
500.
If it comes with the Elite, like 500 is a huge price tag.
Elite is crazy town.
Yeah.
The Elite is way crazy town.
But $500 is crazy town.
$500 is crazy town.
The least they can do is throw that controller in there. Come on.
But that's the thing. They're gonna try to keep the cost of that down as much as they can.
I agree with
throw
Blood.
in something
How much
else.
is the Elite controller? $150?
Yeah, something like that.
It's like insane. Yeah.
But I think it makes sense again because they're all the same games.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you gonna do in a controller that's gonna be different? And it's gonna work with the PC and Xbox One S anyways.
And I think the Xbox One controller, the default controller, is a totally fine.
It's a good controller.
Yeah, there's no reason to reinvent the wheel if you don't have to.
For sure.
One thing I've noticed, having now seen 2 2017 press conferences.
Yeah.
Like, because I remember last year after Sony's conference, we were like, well, this is a game changer. They made it more of a show. It's less of a presentation, And I would say that so far, both the press conferences that we've seen have made improvements even from themselves from previous years. Like,
Absolutely.
I think this was a very good Microsoft press conference. I still think they talked maybe 15% more than they needed to.
Sure.
Yeah.
But
Phil
I thought
Spencer
it wasn't that
particular.
bad. Phil Spencer showed up
Patrick
maybe too
Sutherland
many
never
times.
needed to be on stage.
The problem that I had with a lot of what Phil Spencer said is a lot of it just felt like nothing. It was the typical
We
sell
have
it.
bragging kind of. Here's 44 new games.
But
it's like,
but
say
none
that
of
at the
it.
end.
None of it was I
42.
rolling my eyes or
Right,
it felt like
it wasn't terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No death stares.
Yeah. But doing the tech up front so that we had a baseline and not dwelling on it over much, was the right move. I liked it.
Another thing that I want to give a huge amount of praise for is I like that they leaned even further into backwards compatibility. I like the OG Xbox compatibility.
Very cool.
Again, that sort of family messaging I think is very effective. I am irritated that they didn't give more specifics. How deep does that go? Because if it's only a small handful of games, I just
that's kind of my thing.
That's a big headline.
It's still a headline.
But that's all it feels like. Is like we're gonna get a headline out of this, and
Still, like I heard Damiani say though, Xbox games in HD. Like that's what that is. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well,
I think it's beautiful.
Don't forget, it's gonna be tricky for them. Like they announced Crimson Skies as the first, and that's an online game. They've got to make online work.
Right.
For that. So these are games that not only
it's a great point.
Could you not play on your system, but even if you have an Xbox hooked up, you just can't play online at all.
It
so
probably
you're
uses
bringing
the searching for party functionality, right?
Looking for group or whatever.
Looking for group.
Mm-hmm. So anyways, so that side of Xbox Live is shut down, so you'll be able to play those games again.
Yeah.
Another thing that I want to commend them on as far as the press conference presentation goes is the how effectively they transitioned from big AAA games to sort of middle tier games to indie games and back. None of it felt jarring and it all flowed together very, very well. I never felt like we were seeing too much of the same thing. And I thought that was really good. The press conference had a nice flow.
Saw a lot of online co-op games.
Yeah.
That's the theme of their press conference.
Deep Rock.
Deep Rock
Galactic.
Deep Rock hype. Another
dwarves digging,
dwarves
shooting.
Yes, looked like a great game.
Yeah, that was fun.
Favorite thing about E3, seeing games we've never heard of.
Yeah.
And that game grabbed I think all of us within seconds.
Yeah. Speaking of load, like just going through my notes again, I am disappointed in the Code Vein presentation.
Yeah.
There was.
Yeah.
They did a good job of hyping that up pre-E3, and I really hoped that when we first saw it during E3, it's like, no, here's the real deal. Here's a substantial part of this game, and it just felt like nothing.
I feel like you gotta play
that. It just reminded
game.
you that Code Vein existed.
You gotta play that game, I feel like, to fully get it.
I'm skeptimistic on that game on the whole. Like,
Sure.
I don't know, like, because everyone was like, oh, it's just, Soulsy, whatever. And there's just something that I'm worried about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't really put my finger on it.
I think you're right to be worried about it.
It looks like it's not going to be as good as one might hope.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
So good.
What else is there to say other than yes?
That's it. Nostalgia. It's the nostalgia play.
I feel like
you got me.
This is the Dragon Ball Z game that you envisioned when you were a kid, and you just accepted everything else.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy the Budokai games. I like Legacy of Goku,
Battle,
but come on,
GT,
this is the one.
Tenkaichi, and those are good. Some of those are really good.
Yeah, no disrespect.
Absolutely.
A very capable developer making this game too.
Right, and that's the other thing is
like this is the real deal.
You consider their pedigree like this is going to be a real deal fighting game.
And it looks really cool. Like the visuals,
beautiful.
It looks
Visuals
very
are on
much
point.
like it's great.
Way on point.
No nap in that trailer though, Huber.
He'll be there. He'll be there.
Yeah, it's actually a good point that you bring up, Brad. Is what they showed in that roster is I want to see how deep they're going to go. That could be an issue.
It looked like just standard Z, like no super or anything like that.
I'm okay with just
I'm
Z,
totally cool with that.
But if they do Z, I want them to go deep with Z.
Like cover the whole thing.
Right.
Nappa will show up.
Like I don't think we'll see movie characters or anything in there. But I hope we see like who you come to expect.
Sure.
I want the people who made Sea of Thieves to like send us a build. We'll play it for you. We'll test it out. We'll stream it.
We'll test the waters.
Oh!
Will the Ginyu Force show up?
Absolutely.
All
yeah,
of
they
them.
were on
All
Namek.
of them.
Frieza was there for sure. 3-on-3 for sure.
I think we should spend some time on Assassin's Creed Origins.
We should.
Yes.
What did you think? Are you excited? Why are you excited?
So my expectations may have been a little too high. My expectations were through...
Yes. Knowing you, yes.
Through the roof.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they took a year off. This was the big deal. Assassin's Creed coming back. I love the fact that it's in ancient Egypt. I love a good origin story. Even if the name is so cliche, Assassin's Creed Origins, I don't care. I'm a sucker for stuff like that. I thought it showed really well, but it didn't blow me away.
I wasn't blown away.
I'm not quite sure what you're expecting, though.
I was expecting total reinvention.
No way.
Yeah, I was expecting a big leap for Assassin's Creed.
It looks like they changed the combat a little, though.
All those nitty gritty details, those nuts and bolts are present. You know, combat it has been changed. There are a lot of changes under the hood, but this specific demo didn't really showcase that evolution.
I think I completely agree with you, Huber. It looked like a really good Assassin's Creed game. But the reason I think we didn't immediately bring it up is because we were expecting more. You take a year off. You want to see a little bit. They mentioned light RPG elements. Focus on those. Like, show me how Assassin's Creed is different. I thought they just did a good job of showing me what already made Assassin's Creed good.
Yeah,
and I'm not sure.
I'm shocked that they did the standard. You know, all right, we're gonna do an assassination mission, but.
Sneaking around in the grass.
But that's always nice because sometimes they go away from that formula of yo, I'm gonna break into this place stealth and kill this target.
Right.
Like some of the entries have really steered away from that. So it is nice that it's like yo, that core Assassin's Creed is still here.
I don't know,
and it's still a highlight.
I don't think maybe I was just me. I wasn't expecting like a huge leap or anything like that. Like. From what I was expecting a game without a ton of bugs. That's what I was expecting.
I just feel like it met my expectations but did not exceed them.
Yeah. Because Syndicate was a great Assassin's Creed. It's one of my favorites.
Right.
Really the only misstep technically has been Unity in terms of like performance.
Right.
But
no.
I think so. I think so. I think
Well,
they're
I think
on
it's nice how much.
Are we counting like the 2D Assassin's Creed?
I'm
games?
talking mainline games. I'm not talking about Chronicles or any of those spin-offs.
None of the filler.
None of the filler.
That trailer showed a lot of variety though, which I think is good.
Yeah,
I mean, it brought back. It looks like it brings back some of the ships and stuff from 4. I'm curious just how big the world is that you're going to be able to explore.
To be fair about Assassin's Creed 3 also. A little sketchy.
That's where I fell off. That's where I fell off.
Huber, I will tell you, I'm more excited for this game than I thought it would be for the Assassin's Creed. Especially when they showed like Roman soldiers in there.
Is part of the reason that
the
Egypt is
awesome.
the perfect place to put an Assassin's Creed game?
Perfect.
Man,
The only one we've been waiting years for is that feudal Japan setting.
That's
Hopefully
when they're real
there.
desperate.
Yeah,
dude.
that's like the last card.
It's like when they need a home run.
Yeah.
What's up with the giant snake?
I don't know. Chamber of Secrets right there.
Yeah. I don't know.
I am totally okay.
Yeah, me
We're
too.
gonna throw in
100%.
some supernatural
I'm on board.
monsters.
And there has been there's some weird stuff with Assassin's Creed. We're talking about gods,
Space aliens, or something like that.
But it's always been pretty.
It's been mostly grounded.
It's been mostly grounded, or like divided between the real world and the historical stuff, or it's come in at the end.
Yeah.
Right.
Like the artifacts.
How big snake creature was.
Would you be pissed, or would you think it was funny if you fight that whole big snake battle and then some voice from the real world simulation people is like, "Oh, sorry, that was a glitch. That shouldn't have been that big."
No, Ian, if you're gonna do it, commit to it. Don't try to make it. Yeah.
It's like, "Oh, sorry, the snake size meter was way turned up." God,
I'm enthralled by this game.
Sea of Thieves!
It's got a good pace.
That's probably loud, sorry.
Do we want to talk about more about Metro and about what we saw?
Sure.
Was there anything
Train
that
base.
caught you? Yes,
Train
that's
base.
It. That's
Train
the one.
base.
That's the thing.
Naked mole rat mutant bears.
Very scripted heavy, but I imagine it's just like a few sequences here and there.
Yeah, showing the mechanics, the survival mechanics, scrounging for ammo, all the hallmarks were there. Loved the moving train. The fact that civilization is on the brink. That was the message I got from this. Exodus, trying to escape.
Do you think that you choose when to put your mask on and take it off, or do you think?
You can.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Okay.
Exodus, I mean, you're on the train going from somewhere to somewhere for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd just say that like their environments and their creatures, they look a lot better and more fluid.
Totally.
Like one of the things Metro's had in the past was like they'd have a whole bunch of stuff come at you, but it kind of
like just flop around. Totally. Yep.
This is kind of a weird thing to say, but those creatures kind of looked like things that could actually exist.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
There was
a weird dog
sort,
thing.
right. There was the way that they detailed them and how they moved.
The
it was
bear, the
unnerving.
mutant
The
bear.
bear. He just ditched the bear.
What I
too.
liked
You
about
looked
that
up.
is when I first saw that creature, I was like, oh, it's just a bear. But then as it got closer, you
Yeah.
saw
It's like
little
face
differences.
gone, yeah.
Let's talk about the moving base some more. Do you think that is just going to be sort of... do you think it's going to have any consequence to it? Do you think the fact that it's on the move is going to play into the gameplay?
Knowing that it's Metro, absolutely.
How do you think it's going to play into the gameplay?
I wonder, it's all speculation, but I wonder if it constantly moves or if you have like meeting times, like, meet the train's going to be here at this time. If you can, like, miss the train and miss your ride and then have to, hoof it and get over there on foot.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I do think it will play into exploration in some capacity.
So I'm super unfamiliar with this franchise. Is it more open or is it more linear?
It's open.
Okay, so it's open. So
Last Light.
It's open with...
linearly open, I would say.
So do you think it'll be more open now? Like
this looked like
they'll treat the train kind of like
more,
they do in Syndicate, I guess. Train you can just ride on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this looked way like when he opened the map.
Does that mean you're going to be able to choose? Like, let's say you're scavenging for supplies, you're going to be able to choose where you go, and so
that'd be cool.
I want to throw it over to the side, which we have not done yet. We didn't do it all during the pre-show. Michael Damiani, Don Casanova, what were your highlights of the show?
I mean, it was cool to see some games get announced again. Like I was with you with like Metro coming back was nice. Assassin's Creed seeing it in action. So I don't know. Like I understand the disappointment you have there, Huber. But for
Slight.
I was so excited. Like what I saw like it still showed me that okay, it's still gonna be Assassin's Creed. Like I didn't want it completely reinvented where nothing looks familiar anymore. But at the same time, like that setting, like it just convinced me. The visuals that they showed in that trailer just convinced me that I'm probably gonna play this. Like Egypt as a setting is really good. The hawk thing as well.
Mm-hmm.
I know they only showed it like I thought at a part the hawk could hear. So I'm like well as like they bring back the spying, like the eavesdropping stuff. Because I was like that was such a kind of a cool idea back in the original, and they just kind of like dropped it for the longest time.
Yeah, I mean it got to be really
the worst.
Yeah, pain in the butt.
And I'm really excited to see that transition from a sheriff type Magi character into an assassin. So if like the gameplay shifts midway when you start becoming an assassin, like that's exciting.
Origins.
Yeah.
Michael Damiani, what was the last Assassin's Creed game you finished?
That I finished?
Yes.
Probably 3.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So you're ready. You're ready
for
to
hop back in.
Yeah, I didn't get into anything after Unity, Syndicate. Like
Don didn't convince you of the wonders of Black Flag?
I tried out Black Flag, but I did not finish Black Flag.
Okay.
So I played a lot of that, just didn't. I got to a point in the game where, like, this is really good, but I've had enough of Assassin's Creed.
Okay.
I don't think I need to play any more Assassin's Creed for a while.
The burnout.
Need
I
a
just
break.
like skipped out on the next few. I was like, nope.
Which is exactly why my expectations were so high, because I've been there every year. You know, this is for sometimes that 1 year twice a year where they release Rogue and Black Flag.
That was it.
So no, Rogue and Unity.
You know.
So I ended up playing Rogue, but not Unity.
Rogue's
I totally forgot about Rogue.
You know, so first time we've had a year off, I was really expecting massive, but I still think they delivered.
Despite me not liking his art style, it was a pleasure to see that Dragon Ball game.
Nice.
Like it was everything I hoped for.
Yeah, it looked great.
I mean, I knew about that game ahead of time, but I didn't know what it was gonna look like. I just heard about it, and I was like, I can't wait to see this.
Damiani,
like, so good.
Could you do me a favor and could you bring that back up, please?
What's up?
That trailer?
The trailer.
Does Dragon Ball count as a dragon?
Just so you know, I am playing the footage of the trailers when you guys are talking about
Oh,
stuff.
okay. Production value.
Can we watch it?
I would
like to watch
So
it.
let's make that happen.
Yeah,
Sneak that up.
And Sea of Thieves is really distracting. Can
Yeah,
you,
like too enthralled.
Yeah.
Don, what stood out for you for the Microsoft press conference?
I did like their strong continued commitment to backwards compatibility. I thought they're doing a really good job of that so far, and that was really nice to see that. One of the only issues I guess that I'm concerned about with the One X is that it's interesting that they're pushing I guess it's true 4K, and what is it, the 4S has some sort of limited version of 4K? Is that what's happening? Do you know?
So
the S isn't really doing 4K. It's just 4K like a.
Capable.
It could play Blu-rays or something.
No,
or
it
like,
plays 4K.
Really?
That's
But it's not. No, it's
native.
Not,
Native 4K.
It's just doing it like
around.
upscaling or whatever. Because it can do a 4K output, but you're not actually rendering the games in 4K.
Huh.
Dude, when you.
And then the Pro is kind of in between, where it's like doing this crazy checkerboarding technology.
I just think it's a sort of splits the audience a little bit. I think the 4K in terms of playing 4K movies is a big selling point for the S. That's why so many people have bought that period is just as a 4K Blu-ray player.
Sure.
Because it's an affordable way to do that. And so a lot of the people that have already jumped on board with that, maybe, I don't know about like them committing to the X. But that's, I guess, neither here nor there. Sea of Thieves was really cool. I'm glad they showed the underwater stuff. That was really awesome. The trading post stuff made it really exciting because the whole trading mini game in Black Flag was amazing. I thought that could have been expanded on just to be practically its own game. That could be like the central part of a game if they made it a pirate game. So I think that might be the central kind of core part of Sea of Thieves, which could be really fun. I guess the only thing with Sea of Thieves I'm a tiny bit concerned about is just with it being a shared open world game. I know I had an experience, I don't know if any of you guys experienced this kind of thing with a game like where the world you're in is such a pleasure to be a part of.
Splashing buckets
and
over
every
here.
once in a while when you make that a complete multiplayer experience, it can take something away from it sometimes. It was an experience I had with Red Dead, Okay, I played it for so long as a single player, and I was so in love with the world, and it took me a while before I actually even tried the multiplayer, and everyone was always saying how great it was. But then when I got on the multiplayer, it was actually kind of shocking to me because I was like, what the hell's going on? This isn't like the Wild West at all. This is like chaos video game world, you know what I mean? And so it's kind of that's the only thing I'm wondering how that's going to balance out in Sea of Thieves. Like, you know, initially I think it's going to be amazing, but in the long term.
Yeah, and you were bringing that up too here with the lasting appeal, and I think that's a pretty good point because the magic is definitely going to dim that first time where you get excited because you find a riddle and you go to your friend and he's like, oh no, I read online that this is how you do it, and you're like, okay, I guess we'll just go.
Or if the riddles are randomized, like
we don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah,
we don't know.
I mean, it definitely feels like a game that you want to play with people you know.
It's going to hinge, that's what it's going to hinge on is
Yeah.
the people you encounter really
Right.
have to be like believing in it as well to a certain
Yeah.
extent. A
So-
couple of the biggest highlights, real quick, I'll just mention.
Yeah, no, please.
But they showed so fast that it's hard to tell what it was, but it looked super exciting. That game, The Last Night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which had that like beautiful
Oh,
art style.
yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
what the game was at all, but it looked stunning. Stunning.
The
And,
Blade Runner style one?
Yeah.
Yes.
So the
Dazzle.
pixel art with the
Holy
cool backgrounds.
heck yeah.
It was dazzling.
Ashes.
And then one other thing, Unruly Heroes
Ashen.
that flew by, that like side-scrolling dinosaur platforming type game.
Oh, okay.
They showed it really quickly.
In the
Unruly
montage, yeah.
Heroes, yeah, that looked really
The one that had
great.
kind of Rayman
And of course
Legends
Ori.
vibes.
Right.
And Ori was a highlight. So it's quite a good conference.
We just saw in Sea of Thieves that apparently when you die, you go to something called the Ferry of the Damned, and you wait for this like crazy portal to open, and then you show back up in your boat. That looked cool.
What was the name of the game where he was creating platforms with his electric guitar?
Oh,
The
dude.
Art
yeah.
of
The
Art of Escape?
Artful
Artful
Escape.
Escape.
The
Yeah,
Artful Escape, yep.
that looks so good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that game? Who knows?
Oh, I realize what's happening.
I think the message with Sea of Thieves is you unplug your internet, you go in blind, you don't read anything. You,
I
you
was
get
like,
some friends
I was
together.
like, Ben, it's a
can't play
multiplayer.
it.
No, I just mean
Ben, no.
you do a sort
Yeah,
of
yeah,
media
yeah.
blackout. Yeah.
Because it's hard to imagine kind of what your loot can do. You know, am I getting a sword that's +1 or
Right.
I'm sure you'll get all that stuff.
like what am I doing with that? Can I build a little home on a little island that I own?
Yeah, that's
or-
the thing. I feel like it's going to be more of that kind of thing, like improving your ship
Yeah.
and your base and stuff like that, rather than
Upgrading your
a
ship.
better gun.
Yeah,
or
if you upgrade your
sword
ship and that's meaningful, then
Well, and like
that's all I would need.
if you and your crew spend a whole long time upgrading your ship and then someone steals it,
sinks or
that's stakes, man. That's high
Or you're just
stakes.
like, sailing to the next island and some guy comes up with this giant warship with, a big pile of cannons on the side.
Yeah,
You're like,
frigate. And you're like,
Madam.
okay, all right, let's avoid you.
That'd be perfect. That's really all I would need if it was hard to upgrade your ship all the way to like a Man of War style. And you could lose it, it's and other ships could team up to take you down, and
also, dude,
that's
what if
really all I would need.
shipwrecks that you explore are other players' shipwrecks.
That'd be crazy.
And you could like loot other players' ships.
Although it seemed like a varied story.
Yeah, that seemed kind of but who knows?
But yeah, I mean, it's interesting to see what they'll do with that because ships seemed in the demo last year. Ships seemed almost disposable, like they can go down pretty easy.
I wonder.
The mixer.
Sorry, I just want to complain about
White
the mixer
wine
streaming site.
mixer.
when you mute it and go full screen, it unmutes it every single time.
Wow.
What?
That seems pretty basic.
Yeah.
And it seems to lag like
So, that DBZ trailer? Yeah, let's get that trailer going, buddy.
Before we do the trailer, real quick, I think there is somebody that did steal the show that does deserve mention, and that is Bruce.
Yes.
Oh
my goodness. Okay. Wow. Like in 3 minutes, more personality and heart and soul in Shadow of War than all of Shadow of Mordor.
Yes,
Just
they gave him a personality.
like unbelievable.
I hope all of them are pretty strong though on that front, you know.
Yeah, because Shadow of Mordor had that. Like,
It
the
did.
orcs had a
They
personality.
talk to you, yeah.
But it was cunning and charismatic.
short.
For sure.
And I hope
this was next level.
optimistically
Yeah.
that what they're communicating is no, this is what we're going for now.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is how we're expanding the Nemesis system.
Bruise, dude.
Bruise.
I do think it plants it like farther and farther towards like this is super fan fiction level of like we're beyond pretending this is going to be any part of like
I'm okay.
Yeah.
It almost
Shadow
like
of
shouldn't
Mordor.
be.
Yeah.
It was funny though, because at the beginning, I think you said it. You were like, these guys are talking an awful lot for orcs, and I was like, this is dragging a little, going a little long. But then by the end of it, I was like, all right, Bruce, all right, you're funny.
I need to
It's
find him
fine.
immediately when I play. Like,
The combat looked, I don't know, slightly improved.
Path to Bruise.
Not interested in that game.
Not interested. And the Bruise did not convince you otherwise.
Are you,
No, not really.
Does Assassin's Creed interest
I thought it looked
you?
good.
No, not
Ever?
really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's just
that
not your-
that
not your
style of
style. You're
gameplay is
Just
not
your
my
bag.
Yeah.
It's not my.
Just
It's
not your
not
bag,
my
man.
thing.
Let's watch the Dragon Ball FighterZ trailer, and then we'll score the conference.
Right.
Kyle has made it so we will score out of 10 with a decimal. If you want it,
Stick to the plan.
stick to the plan.
Stay to the P.
Get those headphones on, boys.
Oh.
Show some respect.
Unreal Engine 4.
So I haven't seen a single second of this show ever.
Oh, yeah.
How do you
I
work with
haven't-
us?
Yeah, I need to know what the hell's going on.
Majin Buu looks so
They're
fun to play.
guys with big hair, and they.
Well, I mean, I know what's going on. Fighters are
Dragon Ball
fun.
Z will make you feel more alive. If you can connect with your inner 12-year-old.
Right. It's not that hard.
Not that hard.
I like that.
Yeah.
The speed of it. That's the speed of Dragon Ball.
Dude, the teleporting one.
Yeah.
Instant transmission.
The backgrounds, I think, look really well detailed.
Yep.
That's been a problem, I think, that they've always had these like kind of bland, flat backgrounds.
Wait, are you talking Arc System Works or Dragon Ball?
And other Dragon Ball
Sure.
games.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
You saved yourself.
Close one.
Flash.
Majin Buu move.
What does he become? Like a little cookie?
Yeah. Eats people.
Eats people?
He does.
That guy's voice sounds too high to get out of that guy. Is that weird?
I hope there are instant kill like moves.
I believe the Goku voice actor is
female.
Female, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's cool.
But does that count as a dragon?
And it's Dragon Ball Fighter Z, which again is really reiterating it's Dragon Ball Z, not Dragon Ball Super.
Right.
So those characters.
Are
and
we
stuff.
pronouncing Dragon Ball Fighter Z or Dragon Ball Fighters?
Dragon Ball Fighter Z?
Z. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
I was
Absolutely.
pronouncing it Fighters, so.
Oh,
that's
Dragon Ball
good.
Fighter Z.
Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
I'm gonna say Dragon Ball Fighters,
Feel free.
just because it's more fun.
Live how you want to live.
Xbonics.
Live how you want to live.
Xbonics.
All right, let's start on this end of the table.
Xbonics.
If you had to give it out of 10 with the decimal, if you choose, what would you rate it and why?
Man, I'm gonna give it like an 8-8.
8-8.
I thought it was
That's
really
high.
good, man. I thought it was
Okay.
a really good conference. Like, not every game interests me, but everything moved at a quick pace.
Yeah.
It didn't drag much. There's a little talking, but not too much. They gave me answers of what I want to know. Scorpio, they gave the specs real quick, gave the name, gave the price, moved along and showed a lot of games too.
Okay. 8-8. Starting high. Daniel Bloodworth.
Yeah, I think I'll do 8.5. I think they did a good job showing a lot of interesting games. They did a good job showing us some things that we didn't expect that I was excited for. Nothing super mind-blowing, but that's fine. But definitely some of those speeches were just unnecessary. You're just spouting words that don't mean anything.
You're right.
And it's not like they needed
and
to
then
pad
last
out the
montage and
runtime.
like what was it? Experience like
Feel
true
the power,
feeling.
feel true
Feel true
exhilaration,
power.
feel
Yeah.
true
I
power.
forgot about that.
That was
That was
silly.
not a great trailer. Yeah, that's true. Whoa, bad boy on your ship.
I'm going to give it an 8-4.
Nice.
Like Brad was saying, just they said, hey, we have a very diverse lineup of games, and they actually followed through with it. That wasn't just empty speech. They showed so much, and there were not a lot of big surprises, like Blood said, but I think the things that were expected delivered pretty well. I thought Shadow of War looked more interesting than I thought it was going to. I thought Assassin's Creed Origins, although it didn't blow me away, like Huber said, I still thought it looked great.
Yeah.
I thought Sea of Thieves, I just want to live in that game.
Dude, that's why it's really high for me.
Yeah. And I think the thing I'm going to walk away from is that
scoring it as you're staring.
Yeah, I'm like, raise it.
The one that's going to be spinning around in my mind the most is Anthem. I'm really curious about that game. I want to know more. I am disappointed. I think it did take some of the wind out of the sails that they mentioned it was going to be at the conference during EA.
It is interesting, yeah.
I think it would have felt more like a closer if they hadn't done that, or if they hadn't made it the closer.
Yeah.
I was a little surprised because since we knew it was coming, that it was the closer. I agree with that. Yeah.
I think that price is too high. It's too high of a price, and I do think that's a knock against it.
It is coming out right before Black Friday. I mean, I doubt they would have an immediate sale, but
yeah, that thing will be sold out.
It'll sell out.
Yeah,
probably.
Backwards compatibility, I thought was a big deal. I like that a lot. Very good announcement. Yeah.
It's one of those things that, like, I had in the back of my mind. It's like, well, they could do that, but it was like, well, nah, they wouldn't.
What, the sale?
The Xbox One. Like the original backwards compatibility.
To the Xbox One.
The more that I think about it, I'm gonna bump it up by 0.2. I'm gonna go 8.6. That was good. And it was a big step up from last year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I am more excited about Xbox than I was before, and that's a
they
pretty
gave
big
you a reason.
accomplishment.
No.
Huber.
Having a car on stage automatically docks. I cannot do that. It's an auto dock.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
A car that nobody's ever seen before.
That's so funny.
Huber's like, nope.
They did spend a long time on that car.
I'm gonna also say though 8.6. One, because there was a big surprise announcement in Metro.
Life is Strange.
Life is Strange.
We didn't talk enough about
unfortunate that it got like a little leaked before, but that also even being there was a surprise.
Is it true that they changed the voice actors for Life is Strange?
I do not know.
And that trailer didn't
Life is Strange wasn't leaked. I think they officially said that they were working on more. Yeah.
I heard the prequel was like leaked, kind of. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Whatever.
Maybe there was both. Maybe there was both.
I'm just happy it exists.
But this is everything I always ask for in a press conference. A big unannounced game that we have not heard a whisper of dropping, like revealing, and the flow, the pace. It was just non-stop games. I looked over at Ben, and he's just like relentless. It was just
6 pages.
game after game after game. Live demonstrations, like trailers.
Live demos was good.
It was
that was a long press conference.
It was long, and
it was like
moved.
nearly 2 hours.
But at no point did we say, when is this going to end?
Right.
They breezed through Scorpio tech specs. You know, they didn't bog us down. The backwards compatibility was a big message and a big hit, I think. Would have liked for it to have ended with one more bomb, but you know
you wanted that, yeah.
That's asking for too much sometimes. You know, it can't always be bomb.
Sure. Like if it ended with Metro, would you have been way more happy?
Yeah, but I don't think they have enough faith in like the Metro name.
I meant for you personally. You personally.
If it ended with Metro, it probably would have blown. Yeah, but opening with it too was an awesome way to start the show.
Right. Set the tone.
Yeah, really
set a good tone.
A lot of games, very very brisk pace. So 8.6.
Ian Hink.
Yeah, I mean, I second everything that's been said. Sea of Thieves, The Last Night, Ori, Anthem.
I love
really
how
cool.
just absolutely giddy you were during Sea of Thieves.
Oh my god, this game, dude. This game. Yeah, I'm going to say 8.7. Just because I think it was very exciting. The games were really cool. Yeah, there were some lower moments. The car on stage, a little more talking than they needed. But I think, yeah, like you said, it's a huge improvement over previous years. I think it was a really good press conference.
They just showed a bunch of games.
They showed a bunch of games, which is what you have to do. And yeah, nothing made us stand up and grab each other, you know. But like,
if I was next to Huber, I would have grabbed him during Sea of Thieves.
I was grabbing him.
There was a lot of smiling.
But you know, nothing came out of the shadows.
Yeah, nothing.
Just like
yeah,
and
right.
There weren't any shadow drops, which I appreciate. I like a good shadow drop, you know. But we did get dates for Cuphead. We got dates for some other stuff. We didn't see Below at all. But I think that it was a good press conference. 7.8.
Really?
Or 8.7. Sorry, Damiani was 8.7. 8.7.
The memes stick hard.
The memes. Look at that shipwreck.
That press conference really sets the tone, dude.
Yeah.
Like you got the other people following, even Sony. Like that was a really good show.
Absolutely.
Lots of video.
We
games,
are not even halfway through E3.
Yeah, and that's why we're here. You know,
a lot of
Video
good
games.
weather in that press conference. Sea of Thieves, Anthem, Forza.
Skeletal Warriors.
Skeletal
that also,
Warriors
ticks it up. That's an auto tick up.
I hope the riddles are
I
consistent.
forgot that you were so into Skeletal Warriors.
And then you shouted. I did not wake up this morning anticipating somebody yell "Skeletal Warriors."
Michael Damiani,
it's
not like an Akira Toriyama. Does that knock it down for you a little bit?
No,
Does that knock it down? Okay.
That does not factor into the score. I'm going to give Microsoft an 8. Flat 8.
Flat 8?
I like it.
I loved that they just basically copied Sony and just was games for the most part. Like they took the page from Sony and just like, we're just gonna show you a lot of games, less talking. And they did a great job of just breezing through the Scorpio specs, as everyone, Xbox One X specs. Gotta stop saying Scorpio. So they did a good job with that. The thing that kept me wondering about what Microsoft was gonna do in terms of long term is, Sea of Thieves looks good. I think that was their strongest game they have. And strongest exclusive as well. And I think that's the keyword there is a lot of these games they were very crafty. They were even confusing all of us here and all of you on the table about what the heck did they mean half the time with the console launch exclusive, console exclusive. Like they kept flipping it back and forth between terms. It's the same old thing with Microsoft for me, is that how many of these games they showed are actually exclusive just to any of the Xbox One family of systems. How many of these things can I play on PC? How many are going to be like Dragon Ball? Dragon Ball is going to be on their systems. It's not exclusive to Xbox, I'm pretty sure. So like that kind of, there was no wow factor for me in this press conference. There was no single title that I didn't know about that was like, that's only on Xbox. I didn't know about it. That is a cool new thing to look forward to for me. It was a Sea of Thieves, which is doing its job. Like, Sea of Thieves continually impresses me and beats my expectations. So I'll say that about that game. A lot of good indie stuff. Glad they're making the Ori sequel. Sucks it leaked its existence before.
Yeah, because it was just the last night or two.
That would have been such a better reveal. But within the first few seconds, you knew it was Ori. And it was like, all right, but still looks good. Still glad that they're supporting that. But everything else, Assassin's Creed can be multi-platform, but it still looked good. It's just they showed a lot of good stuff. They showed a lot of games, but not enough of it spoke to me that I need to own an Xbox. I need to have an Xbox One right now. Backwards compatibility stuff was really good, but it's just promises at this point. We'll see how it is when it actually comes out. Too many of these companies keep promising virtual console or backwards compatibility stuff, and it's never on time. All of them are guilty of this. So that.
But I think that's the thing that's what I like about it is it's not just that Xbox games are backwards compatible. It's okay, now we're putting our foot down and everybody else needs to catch up.
I also want to reiterate when I'm scoring this, even if some or most of these games are not for me personally,
right?
I'm judging the conference itself
for
flying by, appealing to a wide audience, just game after game after game after game. Just want to.
I don't think we have to get too hung up on scores.
For
just fun.
Yeah, I know, of course, but I just.
But it's a successful conference if partway through I was like, I might get an X,
500 pay up.
And then I was like, not 500.
We have one more perspective, one that I'm eagerly anticipating.
The perspective.
The perspective.
The MMORPG, Don Casanova.
I'll just be reiterating what a lot of you already said. I thought it was an excellent conference. So many games. I loved how they just did back-to-back trailers, without a lot of talking in between most of them. And also on a lot of the games, they did show actual gameplay, which was a nice surprise. I think. At least for the majority of the games, it seemed like. So I give it a solid 8 as well. I thought it was really good.
Nice.
Neither of us mentioned Crackdown 3, by the way.
We did briefly.
Yeah, that's another.
I didn't get to say anything about it.
I'm not super interested in it.
But cool. Like, yeah, the reveal was amazing. Did it look like it was having performance issues running or something, or? Like,
I noticed some of the games, but they're not out yet.
Sometimes they were and I couldn't be sure if it was the stream or not, but
yeah, that's true.
Of, Terry Crews, hype man. He got me, so I went from not really caring too much about Crackdown 3 to it's on my radar now.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Crews.
That was pretty much a universal opinion during the pre-show. Is if they show Crackdown 3, like, let's just get it out of the way. There was no anticipation whatsoever, and we were excited.
Yeah.
So during that whole thing, we were excited about the look. We were excited about Terry Crews.
The power of a good performance and very well done comedic editing.
Yeah.
The editing in his segment was very good.
Is he in the game then? Is he a character?
What I think, because he said, "Welcome to the agency." It said starring Terry Crews.
Leader of the
It seems like he's the guy who's like
he's
giving
not
you
in it,
missions
that's a big
and
miss.
stuff.
No, I
How
think
funny
it
would it be if
stars
he
Terry
actually
Crews.
is live action like that?
That would be amazing. If he's live action with like a CG body, that'd be so funny.
He works so well.
And they do the peck thing that he does. That's him, right? That's so funny. Yeah, he's funny.
Really good vibes.
I think that is going to do it for our Microsoft post-show discussion. 2 in the bag, a lot more to go.
4 to go, 3.5 really. PC gaming is kind of a
Devolver.
not really knocking
We
PC
got
gaming,
Bethesda,
but it's not
and then maybe we'll see what Devolver's doing, and then PC gaming in the morning, and then Ubisoft and Sony and Nintendo.
So actually, yeah.
Yeah, a long way to go.
Long way to go.
Speaking of Bethesda, we are going to be doing an hour-long Bethesda pre-show moderated by the one and only Michael Huber tonight, 8 p.m. Pacific time. You don't want to miss it. If you don't know who we are, we're Easy Allies. We're a bunch of people. We don't just react to press conferences, as Kyle Bosman said very appropriately yesterday. We do reviews. We have a bunch of shows, Huber Hype, Easy Update. There's a lot. We go outside of video games. We talk about movies. We talk about anime. We do tabletop. We do a bunch of stuff. If you like us, please consider checking out patreon.com/easyallies. It's a great way to support us. We're also on YouTube, youtube.com/easyallies. We're also streaming almost every day, doing full playthroughs of games, doing tournaments, doing a whole bunch of stuff. So please check that out. Yeah.
You can see our schedule in your own time zone on easyallies.com.
Good call, Ian.
So if you're wondering what time we start tonight and you don't even need to do the math. Just look at easyallies.com and it'll show you when we start again for Bethesda tonight.
Dude, it's so funny, like seeing all
of
of the charts going around Twitter for like when press conferences start and everything.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like we got that.
Yeah.
You don't have to look at a chart.
We've got the technology.
Another thing that I want to say is there are a lot of places where you can watch people talk over press conferences, and you chose us. And that means a lot to us. We're not taking that for granted. We're just a bunch of guys in a garage getting excited about video games, and thank you for choosing us. It means a lot.
Damiani, what we got coming up?
Are we doing a roll-in?
So we got some roll-in stuff. I think we're gonna go to Brandon's thing first.
Nice.
Ooh. It's 30. I think it's a 30-minute video.
Ooh.
Settle in.
Yeah.
One or
Grab some
several of the things Jones saw this.
Yeah, past month for judges stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
And sorry to ask this on air, but Blood, we're cool to show this.
Yeah, I mean that's what it's
Okay.
for. This is stuff that
This
the
is
embargo's already passed on, and we could have had videos up sooner, but there's just so much of it.
Okay.
Like it made more sense to make a single video, which he may actually have additional videos as well, but we'll see if we get to them.
All right, we have some other stuff we'll roll in and stuff.
Yeah, so don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
We will be back.
Be live.
And join us again tonight for Bethesda.
Bethesda, 8 p.m. Pacific.
I'll have the ticker up in just a second as well. So
He's coming. He's coming.
Anything else? We good?
Let's do a roll call one more time. Maybe you're not familiar with our faces. At the end there,
Sure.
We've got Bradley Ellis,
Hi.
Daniel Bloodworth, I'm Ben Moore, this is Michael Huber,
Hello.
Ian Hink.
Hi.
On the side there, we've got Don Casanova. And running the whole show deserves a little round of applause for the work he's done. Michael Damiani.
Sleuthing.
And we've got a few other people who are not present. Kyle Bossman and Brandon Jones.
They
They're
don't
out,
matter.
Out in the field today.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Of course they matter.
Yeah.
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 They're greasing it. Kyle may or may not be back for Bethesda.
I think Kyle is now in Death
After
Stranding.
Bethesda.
I think if you leave this garage for long enough, you just become part of Death Stranding.
You just find him beached on the beach.
Yeah.
He's dead.
He's part of it now.
Big whale.
Thanks for hosting, Ben.
Hey, yeah,
Yeah,
thank
nice
you.
work.
Yeah, Ben. tough.
We
act to
tried our
follow.
best. We tried our best. But yeah, thanks everybody.
Roll it, Damiani.
Roll it.